Going live, waiting to go live, live. We're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, your host with the mostest of the boastest of the coastest. None of that works, but anyways, Griever's back here, bringing you guys Tokyo Ghoul Re, or Season 2, or The Second Coming, or whatever it's supposed to be. The second series of Tokyo Ghoul read-through reaction, as our obligatory wait time of 10 minutes before we get underway, as the stream just started, and then we will get underway with reading Tokyo Ghoul Re. I'm going to be reading this since we finished Tokyo Ghoul about a month ago. We finished reading Tokyo Ghoul. I liked it. I thought it was a really good manga. Solid 8 out of 10. There were some things I didn't like, but overall, pretty good story. And now apparently there was a second series that basically picked up right afterwards and stuff. I don't really know the reason for this. And I've heard a lot of complaints. I've heard some backlash. Some things might just be anime only. Other things might be manga only. I'm not sure. So we're just going to have to wait and find out. And I'll be reading this on viz.com. So in case there's any discrepancy or blah, blah, blah. I reread the last chapter, which was, once again, as far as I can tell, I definitely don't like it in the sense that Tokyo Ghoul, as a series, left us basically with the expectation of the next series. You know, and the reason that sort of bothers me in that way is that it's not a series that has seasons. You know, mangas don't do that. So I had a little bit of bad taste in my mouth over the way Tokyo Ghoul ended abruptly. With this big cliffhanger, this big open-ending ending, if you want to call it an ending, if you want to call it Act 1 of the same series or what have you. But to me, it sort of feels like you imagine if Dragon Ball had done that, or Dragon Ball Z had done that, you know, you know, so. Anyways, so I'm going into this with some low expectations, because I've heard bad things about Re. I think it was mostly the anime, but I've heard not great things about Re overall. But I'm hoping at the very least it answers some questions. Like all of a sudden, Kaneki is now working as the investigator with Mado's daughter at the end of the series. I mean, that's clearly Kaneki. Sorry, not Kaneki. Kaneki. That's clearly Kaneki as this person named Sasaki, I guess. And so anyways, yeah. But either way, so I'm going into this with low expectations. That way, if it's not as bad as I've heard, I'll probably enjoy it a lot more. I'm going to go in and assume it's not as good as Tokyo Ghoul. And I'm also going to go out there and assume it's not dreadful. It's not awful, right? Because I do want to know what happens. Like at the end of Tokyo Ghoul, we don't have any answers. We really don't. We got nothing. We got a bunch of death and destruction, and that was it. Nothing got solved. The world's just as bad as it was before. We got some character development, sure, but the world's still the way it was. There's no conclusion to this world, this endless thing. And to be fair, if that was the purpose, and if they had set that up as the world will keep revolving, the world will never change at this point, it's always going to be this way, it's going to, I am inevitable, that kind of tone, if that's what they were going for, the world can't go back to the way it was, ghouls will always be around, people always hate ghouls, blah, 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 it's an endless circle of hatred, then I would have been better off with it, but now that it's open-ended, I don't know, but I'm hoping that Re answers quite a few questions, you know. So we already had Miss Content in here saying that he's going to be missing most of the stream because he thinks that D&D is more important than reading a manga about zombie flesh-eating peoples. Nerd! Those of you who watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you guys will get that reference. Nerd! But yeah, so apparently Misk is not going to be here for most of it. So, but yeah, maybe next time. Now, Misk also says that he hopes I enjoy Re, and he thinks it has a lot more issues than Part 1, but he still thinks it's pretty good. Alright, so once again, not high expectations, just you know. And Miss said, I'd also like to know what sort of expectation you have. We already talked about that. Dragon's Rage is in here and says, yo. 88's in here and says, hi. Dragon's Rage said, I guess you could call this a reaction. Ba-dum-bum-bum. 88 says, I mean, you could literally compare it to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that's sort of what I'm doing here, though. Like, but my point is that Dragon Ball had an ending. Dragon Ball Z had an ending. Like, Dragon Ball Z never needed to happen, even though it's great. Super didn't need to happen. Like, Tokyo Ghoul ended on a note saying, there's more, but wait, there's more. Like, we got no... That wasn't... If that was open and shut, that's an awful ending. That was a horrible ending. That last chapter to end off the series was dreadful. But knowing that there's a second series right out of the gate, then I'm not going to judge it too harshly yet. But if you wanted to compartmentalize that, like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, just as an example, holy hell was that a terrible ending. So, have to wait and see. Have to wait and see what Ree does. This is all just my spitballing, my assumptions, my expectations, and I know nothing about Ree. So, gotta wait and see. And why has Kaneki infiltrated now the investigators? He lost the fight, at the end of the series, blah, blah, blah. Like, the Aogiri tree's still active. There's still shit going down. The clowns, Uta's a bad guy. Toka's on her own with Yomo. Like, there's a lot of bullshit going down. So, I have questions and I want answers, right? Now, what's going to piss me off is if Ree goes on this whole other storyline with all these other characters, right? All this other shit. And then, basically, we could have summarized it with if Tokyo Ghoul went for 160 chapters, we could have been satisfied. I'm not going to be happy. But if it's justified to be another 100 chapters of this new series, then we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see for our judgment calls, right? 88 says it's pretty much the same. I mean, and Miss said, just terrible, Dragon. Yes, a reaction. Absolutely. And thanks for the 5 likes, guys. Appreciate it. Miss Cunnan said, I'll try to avoid having sessions on Friday so I don't miss streams. I mean, once again, like, this has been delayed a couple of times. It's no big deal. If you have shit going on, my man. Everybody, you do you. You do you. Everybody do you. Well, not everybody, because I'm pretty sure Misk is not that generous with his, doability, but still. Yeah. Dragon's Rage said tadpoles suck, by the way. Tadpoles? We were talking about tadpoles? Is that just... okay, sure. Tadpoles suck. I mean, they're just little babies. Leave the poor tadpoles alone. Nathaniel's in here said, I haven't read any Tokyo Ghoul. Is it worth reading? I would say the first series so far, worth reading. Definitely worth a read. It's a solid series. Easy, 7 to 8 out of 10. Quite easy. Going above an 8 would be generous, I think. I don't think it's a 9 or a 10 out of 10 series. But it's definitely a solid 8. I don't see how anybody could go quite lower than that, really. Anyways. Miss said, definitely. Nathaniel says, I haven't seen the anime and I remember it being really big when it came out. It was really big, yeah. Nathaniel says, oh, okay. Caden is in here with, boom, mind blown. I thought you weren't doing Tokyo Re. No, the thing is that I was hesitating. I was hesitating because, honestly, I love doing these Friday streams. I really do. But at the time, there was a lot of content. There was just a lot of shit to catch up on. That's why I took basically a break from the Friday streams. I stream when I wanted to rather than on a schedule. And I needed a few weeks. I needed a few weeks to have a break from the read-through streams. And now we're back, and there was a few options for me. There was a few options of manga series I hadn't read. But since it ended up so weirdly, I sort of want my answer, so I figured, fuck it, like, why wait? Like, why do another series and then do Tokyo Ghoul Re, I might as well just read Tokyo Ghoul Re here on stream. I did Tokyo Ghoul, so might as well finish it. You know what I'm saying. So that's the deal. That's the dealio. Now, I can't promise this stream will be super long. I say that every time. Can't promise that I'll get through an abundance of chapters, depending on how long the chapters are. That's why I always leave a question mark. We're starting here at 9 o'clock so that I can, so I have a few hours at least before, midnight sort of sets in and stuff, and I still have time to get a few things done. I tried to get all my chores and stuff done, because honestly, I worked hard to get out the Yona review and the JJK review. Definitely go check those out. I got those both reviews out today, and then Misk asked me right after I uploaded them. He's like, "Oh yeah, you doing a Friday stream?" I'm like, "Fuck." So that's how this all went down. So I wasn't expecting to stream today. It was a last minute decision. I made it work in my schedule. So yeah, rather than push it for another Friday. So anyways. Well, we're about 10 minutes into the stream. 6 likes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we just get fucking started? Why don't we just go? Alright, so Tokyo Ghoul Re, reading it on viz.com. You guys can follow along. Tokyo Ghoul Re Chapter 1. Automatically, the art style has changed. Or at least this might be. I don't like this watercolor look to it. I really don't. The colorization right off the bat. And the art style has changed, and I don't think for the better. But maybe it's just, maybe this is just one panel like this. Maybe when we go to black and white, the art will look the same. Slipping through the crowds, feeding on human flesh. Okay, we're going to do the introductory. Oh, Shu, you poor thing, what became of you? They appear human, but they are not. Let's go. Hanami? Okay. Ayato? They look nothing like Ayato or Hanami. So, yeah, the art style has clearly changed. Is it the same artist? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the art style change is throwing me for a loop. And now, why is Hanami with Ayato? Okay, more questions right out of the gate. And then we have somebody with pink hair, purple hair, crying over a rose. Where to? This person. The Commission of Counter Ghoul. Okay, the CCG. Another workload today. Somebody with blue hair. Okay. Are we just seeing a bunch of random characters off the bat? I don't recognize any of these people. Eradicate ghouls, eradicate hit. I ain't losing to Yuribo. Okay. This is hard. I'll ask instructor Sasaki about it tomorrow. They are called. Okay, well, Sasaki, as we know, is Kaneki. Or at least that's what I assumed at the end of Tokyo Ghoul, so. They are known as ghouls. I do like the blue cloud painting watercolor aesthetic. I do like that. That's a nice shot. Wait, I've read this before. What do we got? So, there's books. It's Kishi Arima. So there's Arima. And it's so... Okay, I don't know what that's about. Anyways. Alright, finally moving on to the actual chapter. Now, this looks a little bit more like the art style. I think that was I think the color really doesn't suit the art. But anyways. Let's see. So the actual chapter begins with Bone 1 in Tagimi Park. Another victim with no torso. A ghoul did this. It has to be the torso. Alright, so we were after the owl, then we were after the... Okay, and the rabbit. Let's get started IDing the victim. Yes, sir. Okay, what do we got? Tokyo. First Ward Commission of the Counter Ghoul main office. Ghouls. They appear human, but they have unique predatory organs. They can only survive by feeding on human flesh. They are humanity's natural enemy. And we, the CCG, are the only organization in the world that investigates and solves ghoul-related crime. So here's here is, all right. The art's changed slightly, but still, that's Kaneki. Like I'm pretty sure. In the end of the last chapter. How many years later is this? Who knows? How's that? That's perfect, Sasaki. Okay, yeah, so if I'm correct and Sasaki is, like, he's infiltrating the ghouls somehow for some reason, and now he's got both eyes. Again, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's go. That's perfect, Sasaki. I knew you could count on you. I also need a seeking future investigators type thing. How about hooligans welcome? I'm sorry to keep you. I know you're busy. It's okay. Public relations is an important part of the CCG. Oh, is Investigator Mato here? She just stepped out. I just missed her then. Do you know where she's headed? I do. It's Tuesday, so she's probably at her usual curry place. Yeah. Erg. Let's see. Somebody being pricked with a needle. You're such a wuss, Mutsuki. How are you going to be an investigator like that? Well, I just can't. Ugh. Even when I see blood, ugh. So this is Toru Mutsuki. 19. Rank 3 investigator. Can't really tell if it's a guy or a girl yet. But yeah. Toru, I'm assuming that's, yeah, sure. I'm assuming it's a guy for now. But yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it is a chick. I don't know. Anyways. And got the eye patch stuff, so we're going to automatically assume it's a ghoul. I think this is a red herring. Let's go. I'm trying not to make Instructor Sasuke's job any harder, but what about your friends? Your squad leader's the only one who's given a blood sample. You know how they are. They're off doing their own thing. I'll tell them, though. Tell Sasuke I said hi, too. You got it. Uryu and Shizuru's probably off investigating by themselves. Sayako probably overslept again. Instructor Sasuke would told us we need to work together. But they probably won't listen to me anyways. Ouch. Bumps into some mean-looking people. I'm sorry, sir. Runs away. He's from that new unit, huh? Little candy ass. They're supposed to give Hirako squad a run for our money, aren't they? What a joke. Come on now. We're all on the same side. But in a lot of ways, they're a scary squad. Well, who knows what our superiors are thinking. So, how's the new unit working out? I don't recognize any of these people, so... for all the fanfare over their formation, they haven't accomplished anything yet. And we're going downtown here, and then... Mato is now 24 years old. Okay, so how many years later is this then? If she's 24 now, wasn't she like 20? Is this 4 or 5 years later? What's the time frame here? I need to know. Let's see. Kira Mato. Let's look it up. She is... And don't worry, guys. I won't be spoiled. I trust me. Age during Tokyo Ghoul was 21. So it's been 3 years roughly. Okay. 3 years roughly. Since the ending of Tokyo Ghoul. That explains why Sasuke looks a little older, or Kaneki looks a little older. So let's see. Mato's daughter and her team are an embarrassment to the CCG. That's what they're saying about us. Okay. Our scores are way behind Hirako's squads. Okay. Well, that looks good. She looks like she's eating pizza. Nope, it's not a non-flavored nan. I came up with that myself. What do you think? Oh, hope it's not a non-flavored nan. So it's nan bread. Yeah, okay. That's a very spicy joke. I think you need to be re-educated. Sasuke, a few months ago when you were put in charge of the Quinn Keys, didn't the director tell you to cultivate an investigator who will surpass Kishio Arima? They're Quinn K's, the Quinn X's. Quinn X's. I'm not gonna, because there's the Quinn Quees, now there's the Quinn X's. Okay. Investigator Arima. Sure, Arima, special investigator, highest rank, blah, 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 countless achievements, blah, blah, blah. You realize the situation the CCG has been put in, don't you? That Ghoul organization is growing stronger. In addition to our normal duties, we're having to deal with them too. Developing effective new officers to rival Arima is of the utmost importance. That makes sense. It's like, this is the dude who can take down... Like, ideally, if you're in a sport and you got Michael Jordan, you want 5 Michael Jordans. You don't just want one. You want to make them all Michael Jordan level, right? You want them all to be Wayne Gretzky. You want them all to be Babe Ruth. That's what you want. Or you want them all to be Jackie Robinson. Whatever. So your Quinn X's have the potential to become rays of light for the CCG. Okay, that's interesting. How long is this chapter? This chapter is about 50 pages, so that's... Okay. 50 pages, that's not so bad. Anyways. So yeah. To rival is the utmost importance. In order to train an investigator to be superior to Arima, you have to surpass him yourself. Fair enough. That will never happen. Oh, and I have a message from Arima. I finished the book I borrowed. When's a good time to return it? He's a busy man. He doesn't have to return it personally. He can be so nonchalant. Oh, that wasn't meant to be another... Nah, fine, shut up. Maybe he just wants to see you. It's been a while. He's concerned about you. Yeah, I'm totally convinced that they know this is... Like, he's got to know that this is that Sasaki is Kaneki. I mean, it's like he's got to know he's the one who defeated him. But why are they keeping him around? And just as like, I don't know. You really think he has emotions like that? Beats me. I'll go see him when the investigation settles down. Sasaki, you didn't receive the single White Wing badge for nothing. I have high expectations for the ace of the Motto Squad too, so don't let me down, Rank 1 Investigator Sasaki. Rank 1? Okay, cool. Akira, may I give you a hug? That would be a no. Investigator to surpass Arima. Sir. Hey, Mitsuki. Hello, how's that case going? Oh, right. The woman, did she randomly get a tan? Did she, like... Oh, no, she was always sort of tanned, I guess. Yeah, okay. How's that case going? The woman who heard bestial growls in her neighborhood and worried that it might be a ghoul. Investigator Yombashiya and I conveyed the area and discovered that a stray dog had marked its territory nearby. Of course. We notified the woman. She's very relieved. Good, good, good. Where's the rest of the team? Well, squad leader Yuri and rank 3 investigator Shirazu are off conducting their own investigations. I think they're looking into a ghoul called the Torso. What? The Torso is a dangerous ghoul estimated to be a rate A. Not a ghoul who two inexperienced investigators should tackle. Have you heard from them? I couldn't reach them. Let's go to the Torso case file from the squad in charge. Come with me, Mutsuki. Yes, sir. Those idiots. Where's Sayako? Oh, I spoke to her when I left, but I think she had a late night last night. Okay, I'll speak to her when I get back. Akira. Not only am I barely developing an investigator like Arima, I can hardly keep my own squad together. Okay. So now I guess we're following the CCG with all these new characters, I guess. It's been 3 years. Okay. Case files. You guys aren't on the Torso case. I understand you're desperate. You want to close the gap between you and Hirako, but I'm not sure that taking a case from another squad is the way to go about it. Our rookies will be in danger if they encounter the Torso alone. We need to find them and stop them before they do. We have our own way of doing things. I'm sorry, but frankly, rank 1 investigator Sasaki, is it? This is all because you can't manage your squad. Am I wrong? And that's why you want our case files. That's a little unreasonable, don't you think? Instructor Sasaki, perhaps we should go. We don't have much time. You're absolutely right. I'm not managing my squad. I also understand it's selfish to ask for your case files. However, I cannot expose them to danger due to my incompetence. Fair point. You will, of course, get the credit for anything we discover. If you could just let me see the case files. Sigh. Think begging will get you what you want? You realize the spot you're putting me in. I gotta say, I'm not sure you're fit to be an investigator. I've heard some things about you and your squad. Actually, mostly about you. Please stop. It doesn't mean much coming from such a questionable investigator. We're in the middle of an investigation, so excuse me. Well, that was embarrassing. Begging like it'll do the trick. So embarrassing. No, I didn't think it was, but we will still find a way. Okay. So now he gets into a cab by the looks of it. Where to? Oh no, this is a new person. This is the Yuri person, the rank 2 investigator. The commission of Counter Ghoul, please. Okay, so that was the person from the color spread. Is there a problem? No. It's just unusual for a place for somebody so young to visit. Blowing me off, huh? Kids these days. Where to? Nishi Park. I'm almost out of funds. Worst case, I'll say I'm on an investigation and demand a free ride. Making sweets? I'm sorry. Your hobby. Hobby making sweets. Oh yes, a little embarrassing, I know. He's going to turn out to be a ghoul. Sometimes I bake cream puffs. Whipped cream piped and into fluffy and flaky rolls. You actually bake them yourself? Oh yeah. There's nothing better than biting into the one fresh out of the oven. I'm not a huge fan of cream puffs myself. I like good sweets. I like cinnamon rolls. I like baked good and stuff. But it's got to be the right type of baked good. Cream puffs are too like cotton candy. It's just like, oh, you know. Let's see. Sounds delicious. I baked some today, actually. Today? Yeah, whenever I have time. It's quite addictive. It's soothing. You should try it sometime. No, I hate sweets. Okay. This will do. You sure? Slam. Okay. I'm a ghoul investigator. Why would you lie to me about making sweets? I have a very keen sense of smell. You might have washed it off, but I can still smell it. Blood. Boom. Okay. It is a ghoul. The torso's attacks have a wide range. He travels by car, and he's familiar with the local streets. That narrows it down to a taxi driver. Is this guy the torso? Whoa. Ching, 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 ching. Ghoul predatory organ Kagune. The Kagune. A Kagune. This could be a problem. What do you mean? A Kagune? This could be a problem? They all have Kagunes. That's the whole point. They all have a Kagune. Or is he referring to the type? I think he's referring to the type. Because Kagune is hard to steal and can freely change shape, you smell delicious, Mr. Investigator. Investigators call them liquid muscle, liquid metal. The T-1000 has liquid metal. I remember when liquid metal became a Magic the Gathering card because he was liquid metal. Let's see. Ghouls have special cells in their bodies that activate the Kagune. Ghouls have hardened skin. We already know there's high regeneration rates and inhuman strength. My Quinqui, I missed my chance to activate it and now it's destroyed. Oh well, this will be practice. Fighting ghouls. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, what just happened? With special weapons and highly trained bodies. Hehe. Who's this guy? This is Shirazu. I thought Shirazu was the woman. Anyways, that's what ghoul investigators are all about. Yuri! Here comes a pain in the ass. Investigator Shizuru, your attacks hit me as well. What? Where's your Quinqui? Is it broken? Oh, come on, man. You're our squad leader. My attack? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to business. Brass tacks, all that shit. Who's this guy? That attack, is he a box carrier? Ah, whatever. Oh, he wants some slam. Oh, stabbed him right through. I'm assuming that doesn't mean anything. He's bleeding. He's all over the place. Blah. What? Rest in peace. Clearly he's not dead. You're next. Next? What can you do empty-handed? I'll pierce you to... Grab. What? Hey there. Giving him the finger and just says fuck right on it. His eye turned red. Okay, so let me get this straight. The Quin X's are a bunch of one-eyed ghouls. Experimented, they put the Quinquis inside their bodies and now they're part ghoul in that way, but they're not ghouls. No, are these guys ghouls? No, we Quin X's use your abilities. So bam, right, I see. He's my catch. I suppose it's the natural next step, but it's sort of taking away from the entire idea of Kaneki as a character. It's taking away the whole idea of the one-eyed ghouls, all the thing that the Awagiri tree was doing, and all this shit, and what the Dr. Kano was doing, trying to make these one-eyed ghouls that like were human, like the half ghouls. The half ghoul thing is now being sort of like, oh yeah, the CCG is totally making half ghouls now. It's totally good. We worked the bugs out. And I mean, after 3 years, I'm not against that they would try to do that, but it's sort of cheapening, like, Tokyo Ghoul a little bit. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like that this is the case. But maybe I'll like it better as I read. He's my catch, huh? No way I found him first. It's all about a degree of contribution. All you did was follow me. The strike was 80% because of me. And boom, whoa. Slam. Never let your guard down. Sasan, Investigator Sasaki. I'll finish him off. No. The infliction of unnecessary pain against ghouls is strictly prohibited. Any unauthorized reproduction without the express permission of the NFL is prohibited. It's in the Ghoul Countermeasures Handbook. He could provide us with information. But more importantly, I said not to act alone, didn't I? You're splitting hairs, Shirazu. You're hurt. But we got results, didn't we? Even if we'd gotten wounded, we would have regenerated eventually. Takes a little longer for me, but if we keep following Article 13, we'll never get rid of the ghouls. Investigator Sasaki. Hey, Squad Leader Yuri. Quinexes are experiments. Humans implanted with the power of their nemesis, ghouls. Leading them is Rank 1 Investigator Sasaki. Never get rid of ghouls, huh? Age 22. Mato Squad. Quinex Squad Mentor. Meanwhile, the ghoul that Investigator Yuri suspected of being the torso, who called himself Kobashi, was not the torso. The real torso was savoring his catch of the day. Oh, my love. Yeesh. That's haunting looking. That's haunting looking. Okay, so that's the first 50-page chapter of... That's chapter 1. Now we're back to regular chapter size of 25 odd pages. So, why don't we read the chat and see what people are saying? Let's see. 88 says, "Yep, it is the same mangaka." I think it, like now it looks like his style, but the color, the color one at the beginning just threw me. Dragon Jade says, "Yeah, it's the same artist." Dragon Jade says, "That isn't Kaneki. What are you talking about, Griever? That's Sasaki." Yeah, sure it is. Dragon Jade said, "Griever, it's not Quinqui. It's Quinque." I don't know. We always, like when I went through the stream, that was one of the things that I was corrected on, is that I just call it Quinqui. You know, so, I mean, you're just going to have to accept that, because how is it Quinque? How would it be Quinque? It's Q doesn't make a K sound. Doesn't make sense. Like, listen, I know that baloney should be pronounced Bologna because that's the way it's spelled, but at the end of the day, there's nothing in fucking Quie to make a K sound. So, no, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's Quinqui. Let's see. Skin said, "Oh, kind of late, but we back." Yep. Dragon's Rage says, "It's not Kaneki, it's Sasaki." At the end of chapter 143 of Tokyo Ghoul, I totally didn't buy that was a new person. That's totally Kaneki, and I'm just not buying it. You guys can try to convince me, but it's obvious as shit. And if I'm wrong, perfect. But it's so fucking obvious. Maybe it's a red herring, and we're supposed to think it's that obvious, but I still think it's Kaneki. Skin said, "What are your thoughts on the new designs?" New designs of what? And the artwork. I didn't like the painted stuff, but the artwork hasn't changed too much. And I don't know what new designs you're talking about. The art seems pretty standard, and I don't know any of the characters anymore. So, like, these are all new characters. There is no new designs, so I don't know. Skin said, oh my, Griever and his pronunciations. Well, all I'm saying is that I remember going through this all of Tokyo Ghoul, 143 chapters, and nobody complained about my Quinkui, calling it a Quinkui. So, you know, maybe one day I'll check out the anime and how they pronounce it. Because how do you get a K sound? You can't have a hard K sound out of a Q. Sorry. Just not doing it. Well, I mean, you could go Qui, maybe. But it's Quinn, and then it's Qui. I don't know. 88 said, it's a German word, so it might be Quinque. I don't know. Nobody bothered me before for 140, for 10 fucking streams, nobody bothered me about this shit. And I asked multiple times early on. So, fine, let's look it up. Quinque is a translations and definitions. Either way, according to pronunciation, it's Quinque. Quinque. Quinque? Quinque. E. I don't get it. I don't care. It's a Quinque. It's a Quinque. I'm good with it. Not going to make a hard K sound. If you wanted me to pronounce a K, fucking put a K there. Alright, so far, I mean, not a bad fucking opening chapter. Little disappointed in a few things. But overall, like, we gotta withhold judgment until we really sink our teeth into the story. I don't like the fact that all I'm interested in is getting the answers to what happened to all my characters from Tokyo Ghoul, and now we're starting up this whole fucking, hey, here's, regurgitate, here's 20 new characters to follow. I don't give a shit. What I care about, what happened to the owl? What happened to the Aogiri? What happened to, is Amon really dead? Where's Juzo? Where's Shinohara? Did he actually die? All the people that I give a fuck about, you know? Where's the gourmet? Where's all these people? You know, I care about them. They're the characters I followed for 143 chapters. I don't really give a shit about these new characters, you know? So, that's a problem when you start like a season 2. It's sort of like Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny. Now, I like Gundam Seed Destiny, but of course Gundam Seed is way better. But the problem with Gundam Seed Destiny is that we're following characters that, honestly, all the new additions, we don't actually care about. All we care about is our OG characters doing their shit and preventing another war. Because we know that they're the veterans, they're the badasses, we followed them for 50 episodes, and we want to see them again. We don't really give a shit about the new cast. It's not a new series, so, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Maybe I got a chip on my shoulder about that shit, but I just, like, there's nothing really to dislike yet. I'm just sort of like, you know, I'm waiting to see, like, where's Toka? Where's Yomo? Where's the clowns? What about the clown plot line? What about the Aogiri plot line? What happened to Kaneki in the end? And now he's Sasaki. Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Skin said, but this is we're in the end game now. I mean, we're halfway through, you mean, because this is longer than Tokyo Ghoul. Dragon Rage said, because we thought you were joking with the pronunciation. I don't really give a fuck about trying to pronounce these words at this point. Until I hear them in the anime, then I called Brunhild until it's been corrected to Brunhilde. Now I say Brunhilde. But, like, I don't know. Like, the way words, like, see, you have to understand is that I'm not a linguist, so if it's, like, somebody said it was a German word. Well, I'm not going to assume that in a manga made in Japan, translated into English, is using a fucking German word. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to try to assume and pronounce a word with a German accent, like, you know what I mean, or use German rules. So it's just like, so I just pronounce it the way that it's spelt, the way I do it. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. I just at this point, you know. I mean, you guys can correct me, but nobody corrected me for fucking 10 streams. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I mean, is it Quinexes? Like, how do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce the Quinexes one? Not the Quinque one. Or the Quinques. The quay-quays, whatever. See, that's the problem with that word. It's like, if it's Quinn K, then it's not Quinn. It's got to be quay-kays. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't say, okay, the Q is a K sound halfway through the word, but it can't be a K sound at the beginning of the word. That doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. But once again, it's a German word that you know, so I don't know. I mean, I do appreciate good pronunciation, but I'm not going to try, because all the words, all the names, I'm going to butcher every Japanese name because I'm not good at pronouncing Japanese names. So I'm going to butcher all that too. So I'm not that worried about it. Skin said, for real, half the time Griever pronounces things I just think he's joking. Half the time I am, or half the time I just don't care. 88 says, it's this, put it in a translator and that will be it. I'm not going to do that on stream. I just don't care enough. Dragon Trade said, I mean, mystery does keep you reading. I mean, I suppose a little bit. But anyways, let's get through another chapter. See what this is all about. Reader to Leader, Chapter 2. This one, too, it's vaguely familiar. Tired. So this is Sasaki. Oh, but I gotta go through the documents for tomorrow's meeting. I also have to stop by Dr. Shiba's place first thing in the morning, then come up with an instructional plan for the squad. I'm running out of shelf space. Now we're seeing, well, I'm assuming that's Kaneki. I don't know. That's 902 for squad leader Yuri and 850 for Yonabisha, 920 for Shizuru, and 655 for Mitsuki. Yuri and Shizuru have RC factors on the higher side since they've both been using their abilities. RC cells, we know all about that. Red Child, I don't remember it being called Red Child before, but RC cells. Cells found in the abundance in ghouls, the Kagune, blah, blah, blah. I think they're using their Kagune outside my supervision. Should I tell them to stop? Everything about Quinexes, you know, I don't know. That's what I'm going to... Quinexes is still in the research phase. Tell them I said not to have too much fun. But on the other hand, Mitsuki's levels are basically the same as normal humans. It goes against the original Quinex plan of utilizing ghoul characteristics. You're right, I've barely noticed any improvements in his muscular strength or agility so far. He can't control his Kakugan. It's active all the time. It could be the effects of the procedure itself, but, well, it's better than having no control and high RC levels. That's true. Too many RC cells, and like a ghoul, you might not be able to eat normally anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, it's okay. I should get going. I have a meeting to tend to. Oh, and Investigator Yonabashi is a bit on the heavy side. Tell her to watch herself. I will. What's it like for you? See, RC factor 2,753. Yeah, that's not Kaneki. Seems the ghoul investigators Yuri from Mado Squad confronted the other day wasn't the torso. The torso is currently categorized as a rate A, but his actual rating is unknown. Maybe it's better they didn't encounter him. In any case, we're on the torso. The Mado Squad needs to stick to their own cases. Yeah, so that's Mado. Let's see, all the other squads. That reminds me. I understand the Quinex is followed up on a tip about a possible ghoul sighting. Something about growls. What did they find? Stray dogs. How heartwarming. Dogs, huh? Yeah, a bit of a letdown, but we're glad it just wasn't a ghoul. Good answer, good answer. Wipe that grin off your face. It seems Investigator Sasaki is something of an idealist. Why wasn't a ghoul of that rating taken care of right then and there? He had no useful information. He's rate B at best. Civilian safety is our highest priority. That's why it says in the Ghoul Countermeasures Article 13, ghouls need to be dealt with swiftly. But Clause 2 says the infliction of unnecessary pain against ghouls is strictly prohibited. I think you're misinterpreting. No, he's not. Because that's the deal. Clause 2 doesn't prohibit us from killing ghouls, just causing them unnecessary pain. In other words, ghoul investigators are expected to kill them instantly. Yes, but if they don't kill them right away, then it is unnecessary. I don't know. Or do you sympathize with them, Investigator Sasaki? It's certainly a possibility with you. After all, a ghoul did Investigator Shimoguchi. Training my team is my job. I'll talk to him later. Maybe you're not doing your job well enough, Investigator Mato. He demanded we hand over our case files the other day. I was shocked thinking he could just take over our case. Maybe he got tired of your investigation being conducted at a turtle's pace and tried to help. What? Sasuke and I could close that case in 10 days, but unfortunately we're busy dealing with the Awagiri tree. Even Sasuke and the Quinexes could at least get a physical description of the torso in a month. You little... Mato, Shimoguchi, that's enough. Oh, it's Hirako. Hirako. Yeah, I remember him. He's cool. That's enough. The torso investigation will be handled jointly by both squads. Ooh, so please let them take your case files or share your case files. Hirako squad will continue our investigation of something Orochi. It indicates the likelihood that a rating will rise, the high rating Orochi. That concludes our meeting for today, an S rank. Ooh. Investigator Mato, a physical description of a torso in a month? I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and when we do, I hope we can look forward to some willing cooperation from your squad in the future. Fine. I'm sorry you had to cover for me, Mato. Investigator Mato. Sasuke. Boom! Punched in the gut. I don't dislike your gentleman temperament, but ditch it when it comes to battles. Your comment on Clause 2 embarrassed even me. As it is, you're already discriminated against more than the Quinexes. Don't defend ghouls if you want to avoid any more Mato punches. That kindness will kill you. We got Investigator Hirako's authorization. Give me a physical description of the torso within a month. I want to see Shimoguchi's lips quiver in shame. I mean, fair. Investigator Shimoguchi couldn't find a lead in the case in 3 months. I can barely keep the Quinexes together. Investigator Sasaki. Quite a scene in there. Investigator Ito. That's me. Actually, you can call me Kuramoto. Can I call you Heise? 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 Of course, Kuramoto. They both sound like last names. They do. They do. That was pretty bold of Akira. A description of the torso in a month. Investigator Mato was always like that. I think it's a tradition passed on from Special Gator Arima. Hirako's squad is on the Orochi case, right? What kind of ghoul? Maybe I shouldn't ask. I don't see a problem. We should be sharing information with each other anyways. That's true. Even if Shimoguchi doesn't want to. Orochi the Serpent. He's rated S for now, but it could go up. We haven't been able to track him down, and he's a tough one. A team led by an assistant special investigator was handling the case, but he killed them, and so it passed on to us. What's interesting is, it looks like he is hunting ghouls. Ooh. Hunting ghouls? Internal turmoil, maybe? Who knows? In any case, he's rated high enough. He's a perfect prospect for a promotion. Senior investigator, here I come. I'm not falling behind you or Akira. Well, we'll see you later. The torso and the Orochi, huh? Ugh. Are you the Orochi? What? Is that what they're calling me? Why are you after us? I don't need to explain myself to a scrub like you. One question. You know a ghoul called the Torso? No, I don't. Okay. Then goodbye. Done. I'm home. Hi, sir. Oh, it's just you? Where is everybody? They're not back yet. It wasn't the Torso the other day, so they took off fuming. Yuri's Quinqui. Alright, let's try it. Kunke. I don't know. It's a Quinqui. Is in for repairs. Let's see. Where's Sayako? She was just there messing with an app, some kind of game. Did you eat? Want me to fix you something? Oh, but you must be tired. It's okay, I want to. Oh, then let me help. It's not easy taking care of yourself while trying to take care of others. You need to pack on some muscle, Mitsuki. Rare meat. Oh, I kind of prefer it well done. That's an order. You'll eat what I say. Rare. Yeah. Well done. Well done. No, sir. You do not well do a steak. I don't give a fuck if you're a ghoul or a goddamn human being. You eat what I fucking... If Gordon Ramsay serves you a steak, that shit's gonna be medium rare and pink all the way through. And you know what? It's better than that fucking gray shit your mama served you. So... Oh, I don't like blood on my plate. Too bad. Then you don't like steak. Get over it. You either like steak or you don't. If you can't take the red, then you don't like steak. Just accept it. pretending you like steak while cooking it into the form of a hockey puck that got run over by trailer tires does not count as liking steak. It's like saying you like hamburger, and meanwhile you're eating that black bean fucking Beyond Meat shit. It's like, oh, this is the best burger ever. It's like, I don't actually like ground beef. Then you don't like hamburger. That's what hamburger is. Let's see. Sayako, dinner. Okay. Yeah. At least he's taking charge with the cooking. I would have been so pissed had I seen that well done. Looks good. Eat up. Oh, sorry. It's good. All right, perfect. Yeah, because people don't appreciate. People don't understand. They look at it and they eat with their eyes first, and they think, well, I don't like the blood on the plate, so I don't like it. You blindfold them, put it in their mouth, they like it way better than well done. There's not a person on earth I've ever seen that could eat a piece of well done. You blindfold them, you give them a piece of medium rare, pink all the way through, they think it tastes better. Every time. Blindfold someone next time, or marinate it. Trick them. Marinate your beef overnight. Then it turns out gray all the way through, even if you cook it to a medium rare. Then they don't know the fucking difference. So it is a thing. It is a thing. Let's see. The end of the chapter here, we have another scene. You could have told me. You heard Sasan say we have to act as a team, didn't you? I have no intentions of serving under Investigator Sasaki. I'm getting a promotion and joining S3 squad. What's S3? You don't need to know. All you need to know, Shirazu, is don't get in my way. What? You're in no position to give me orders, man. You want to go at it right here? I am in a position. I'm the squad leader, you idiot. I don't mind. Rank 3 Investigator Shirazu had to be eradicated after losing control of his Kagune. I'm gonna roast your Kakuo and eat it, Yuri boy. Oh, Jesus. Investigator Yuri, right? I'm Chihori. You two are looking for the torso, aren't you? You want a tip? What are you doing here, kid? How do you know me? Answer me. I'm 24. Well, it's not Hanami, so... looks sort of like Hanami, but... Huh. Okay, I mean... we seem to be following a new crew of people. You know, what made Tokyo Ghoul interesting wasn't the world itself. It was the characters in it. So, like, this feels like attacked on the... What so far, after only reading 2 chapters, but my initial assessment is, after... like, it wasn't the world building. It's not like you can jump into something like the One Piece world and follow another pirate crew and it would be all good. You can do that because the One Piece world is part of the thing. The world building. We're so interested in the world itself, discovering new places, new islands, new this, new that. It's easy like that. But the Tokyo Ghoul world is not what we were interested in. We were interested in the characters that we followed. And now we get this whole new set of characters in this same world, and like it's like, okay, come on, like, I don't care about the new case. I don't care about the torso. I don't care about the Orochi. I don't care about the serpent. Can we please find out what happened to the Awagiri tree? Can we please find out, like, you know, I don't know. Maybe as I said, I had low expectations, and that they're clearly met. So far, I don't like the direction that they took here. I personally don't. This is feeling like Gundam Seed like Destiny. It's like we were just waiting to see the main cast again. We didn't care about the new characters, you know. We care about the old characters. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know so far. I don't know. Little disappointed. Was hoping I would like it better. But so far, not interested. I don't care about the characters' names. I don't care about these characters. I think it's cheapening the whole One-Eyed Ghoul experiments done by Dr. Kano all through Tokyo Ghoul, making these Quinn X's. I don't know. Well, we'll keep reading. It's just my initial assessment as I go. But yeah, let's jump to the chat and then we'll take a quick break because it's almost an hour. and then we'll jump back in. 88 said, that's a character from one of the light novels. The novels introduced a few characters that would have sort of become relevant in Re. Oh, great. Now there's light novel content in between this shit. I hate when people do... Literally, I hate when that happens. I really... Honestly, I've read light novels, but I hate when light novels become relevant. I fucking hate it. Because it's like, no, it doesn't. It's like, you made a movie... The movies is what counts. You made a book, the book is what counts. Like, you don't, like, you know, I hate when they start mixing and matching canon. It's like, okay, so I need to pick up the comic book, read the manga, play the video game, and also read the light novel. You know what I mean? Like, no. Like, if I read Bleach 1 through 74, that's Bleach. I don't really care about Can't Figure Your Own World and all that shit, but I'm saying that that's the story of Bleach. That's all the information that I need. That, as far as I'm concerned, that's all I need. If I read all of Dragon Ball Z, that's all of Dragon Ball Z. Anything else is from Akira Toriyama or whatever, fine dandy. But at the end of the day, that's Dragon Ball Z. I don't need to play the video games to get all this crazy new information about Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? Like, to make everything like, oh, it makes sense now. It's like, I don't like having supplemental material that makes it... I should rephrase. What I don't like is that if I was reading Bleach and I was at chapter 30, or if I was at volume 38 and they introduced the Espada, but they didn't introduce them the same way or something like that, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, well, if you had read the light novels that were coming out for the last 2 years, you would know all about these Espada that had just showed up in the manga, and it's not that retconny, and it's like, that's not how a manga works. You can't just, like, throw that shit at me and expect me to be like, yeah, I'm good with it, you know? So I don't know. Don't really care for that. Dragon's Rage said the Ghoul Busters. I guess so. I guess that's what we're following. Yeah. Who are you going to call? Ghoul Busters! Dragon's Rage said, Griever, I know it's hard having a new main character. I missed Kaneki too while I was reading. I understand. It's not just that. Where's Toka? Where's the owl? Where's the Awagiri tree? Where's Uta and the clowns? Where's the clowns? Where's the characters? The only character is Mato. It's the only fucking character. And, I mean, she's an okay character, but we're just seeing her basically sitting behind a desk doing a backseat position. I'm not, you know. Dranger said you can't run from a Griever. Canon light novels will always find you. Always. I mean, I just ignore that shit. I just don't care. I mean, not that I care if it becomes relevant, but it shouldn't be relevant. Like, all I'm saying is, if you have a series that is 100 chapters, let's just make it easy. A series that's 100 chapters... You should not need to do anything outside of read chapter 1 to chapter 100. You should not need any supplemental material to understand everything going on and all the characters introduced. Everything should be paced accordingly. Right? That's how it should happen, is all I'm saying. Not that it's not cool. It's like Oda with the SBSs. Right? The SBSs give us a lot of cool new information, but at the end of the day, that information doesn't make or break reading One Piece. If you never read a single SBS, you can understand all 1,024 chapters of One Piece. You don't need the SBS information. If you need the light novel information, if you need the video game information, if you need the SBS, then it was poorly written. Right? The original source becomes then badly written. And so I just don't prescribe to that. 88 says, it's not really in between. The light novels are being published during the OG run. Also, these characters I'm talking about were mentioned several times, too. Like, in the light novels? I mean, okay. I mean, it's just, like, as I said, I just don't care for the idea that, okay, I've got to play the video game and read the comic book to get it. To get the whole picture. I shouldn't have to do that. You know, I buy a video game, I can play it, it's got a complete story. I buy Ocarina of Time, I don't need to, you know, like, read the comic to get Ocarina of Time. So I just, you know, if I buy a manga, I should be able to read the manga completely, and that should give me everything I need. I shouldn't have to check the movie, check the anime, check this, check that, check the Wikipedia. I shouldn't have to do soul searching, you know. But anyways, that's enough about that. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm just saying that my first initial impression of Tokyo Ghoul, not intrigued, not excited. I'm hoping that it picks up. Because I don't care about any of these new characters. I mean, other than, of course, this is Kaneki, who's clearly forgotten that he's Kaneki. He's either got amnesia, which is going to be fucking hilarious because everybody hates the amnesia trope, or he's in deep undercover somehow. But it's clearly Kaneki. I just don't know how they're going to work that in. So, yeah. 88 said, maybe I explained it badly, but yeah, stuff that happened in the light novels isn't relevant to the plot, but to the characters themselves as secondary characters. Right, which, that's okay, but I'm just saying that I don't care about these characters yet for totally different reasons, and the fact of the matter is that regardless whether they become really fleshed out, really good characters, and it enhances the characters if you read the light novel, once again, shouldn't have to read the light novel to get that same effect. You know what I mean? They chose to end Tokyo... The mangaka chose to end Tokyo Ghoul on that big open-ended ending and then go, here's a brand new cast of characters, and it's their job for me as a manga-only reader. If I only ever read manga and never even looked at a screen, if all I ever did was read manga, they should be able to portray that because they released a manga, right? If they wanted it just to be novels, they should have ended Tokyo Ghoul and just made light novels, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong twice? Three times maybe in the last... How many years have I been alive? Yeah, about that. So, anyways, but yeah, so... Yeah. Anyways, as I said, just going to take a quick break, grab another beer, take a leak, that kind of shit, because we're an hour in. I didn't expect us to get through like 15 chapters today anyways. So, alright, we'll be right back. Don't change that dial. Okie dokie, Major. Let's see. And Dragon Judge said, did you know Death Note has a spin-off on the main character? It was a light novel. Ha. See what you did there. Actually, I own L Changed the World and the BB murder cases. But see, you don't need... None of that is relevant to Death Note. You can watch Death Note, all 37 episodes, without any of that information. It doesn't become relevant, and it doesn't enhance that part of the story as far as I'm concerned. But yeah. I know what you did there. That was a pun. It was a light novel about the main character of Death Note. Light. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That's some good comedy. That's some good. 88 said peak comedy. Exactly. That was some peak comedy. But I do actually own. I own both the the novels, the BB murder cases and stuff like that, which was fun because I really enjoyed the character, but it's not relevant to Death Note at all. Like, you know, like, my wife loves Death Note. That's her one anime she really loves, and I've never had any indication to say, hey, you should read this. It'll make Death Note so much better for you. It's a totally separate story with just a character that you like. Skin said, I love Death Note. Might be my favorite manga, maybe just because I love detective stories. Death Note is one of the greatest mangas. It's one of the few stories that is complete, like Full Metal Alchemist. Very little plot holes, if any. Very little plot holes. You gotta love Death Note. I don't know how you don't. You can take people like my mother and my wife, both love Death Note, the anime. They love watching Death Note, the anime. They really do. They love it. They're not anime people at all, but they love Death Note. 88 said, L Changed the World is good. I liked even the movie. Yeah, I didn't mind the movies. I didn't really like the English version other than Willem Dafoe playing Ryuk. That was the only like saving grace of that English one from Netflix. That was terrible. But I liked the Japanese movies, yeah. Skin said, who's a better detective? I or L or Batman? Probably L. Hard to say. That's probably, I mean, by that logic, you could say, okay, the 3 top detectives in the world are Batman, Sherlock Holmes, and L, right? There you go. 88 says, Los Angeles BB Murder Cases is good as well. I really liked, that one I like better than L Changed the World. Dragon's Rage said the ending, though. What ending? The ending of Death Note? The ending of Death Note was good. It's one of the good things. Like, because there was a series that knew when to end the story, just like Full Metal Alchemist did. They knew when to end it. The story was complete. It was over. There was no reason to do this, like, continuation stuff. Dragons 88 said, I mean, is that even a question? I mean, I don't know. Skin said the ending wasn't that bad. Come on, everyone was just mad because Light didn't win and everyone was pissed. In the end of the day, Light sort of did win, though. He won for about 5 years. He had his victory. He defeated L in the end. He did beat L. Then he got cocky and rusty in his techniques, which is annoying. I don't like N. Nobody likes Nier. I don't know a whole lot of people that like Nier and Mello. But the idea was that Nier and Mello were working that whole time to be able to defeat the guy who killed L. But at the same time, in their own ways, and Light was getting cocky and relaxed and rusty. He was getting complacent. Had Light from 5 years ago when he was going toe-to-toe with L, went up against Nier and Mello wouldn't have stood a fucking chance. But that was the idea. He had the God complex. It made sense that he thought he was smarter than everybody else. And with L dead, there was nobody left to challenge him, and he never expected it. So it's the way it went. It was a good ending. I liked the ending. Especially the anime did a good ending with the L standing over him stuff. That was cool. 88 said the Netflix movie was so scuffed in so many ways. It really was. Skin said, I hate Nier, though. That might be the only thing that didn't like about Death Note. Nobody likes Nier, but the point is you're not supposed to like Nier. The idea is that this is an inferior L, but Light has gotten complacent. He gotten rusty. L would have caught fucking Light at that point. Like, easily. Because he had gotten too full of himself. He wasn't on edge. He wasn't on that, like that Rocky 3 thing. Like Rocky got complacent. He got happy with the fame. He didn't need to train. He didn't need to work. He didn't need to have that eye of a tiger, anymore. So he got his ass kicked by Mr. T because he got complacent. Rocky's still the best boxer, but when he's not on edge fighting for his life, he can lose. Like, that was the message. It took me a while to get over that too, but that's the point of Nier. 88 said the Japanese movies were really nice, and then Light Up, the New World was so cool too. I like them. Skin said Light was right though. I wanted him to win, but I feel like he needed to lose. Of course he needed to lose. Like, his decision was correct in the end. Global crime down by 80% and all that stuff. His method wasn't wrong. It was just evil. But you could argue a necessary evil, right? So Dragon's Rage said, wait, why are we talking Death Note? Oh god, we're stuck in a loop. Yeah. Skin said, yeah, take away Light arrogance and Mikami screwing up, and Light would have washed near Mellow. Absolutely. He wouldn't have even needed Mikami back then. Would have been over. Done and over. But anyways, so now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. That was a nice reprieve from Tokyo Ghoul talking about a really great manga. Let's jump in here to the emo kid and the no eyebrow gang. Let's go into the no eyebrow gang here. So, we've got the dude. Here's my driver's license. She's actually 24, not like any 24-year-old I know. I told you, I'm a freelance photographer and I sell information I collect along the way. Definitely going to turn out to be a ghoul. It's pretty lucrative. So, Miss Ori, how do you know about us and the torso? I'm really in no position to say, so I'd rather not. You don't seem to understand the position you're actually in. CCG investigators' discoveries are classified information. If there's a leak, we have a serious problem. We can even force you to disclose your source. If that's what you want to do, fine. If you force me to talk, I'll only give up the bare minimum. Nothing useful to your investigation. I'll just explain how I got the information and leave. Is that what you want? Wouldn't it be more beneficial for both of us if you question me as a witness? What do you think? Yo, Uri. Maybe she's right. Alright. Then tell me, so they're in this diner restaurant. Then tell me, how did you find out about the torso? Before we do that, let's talk compensation. It's not free. How much would you like? $1 million. Or a personal item from Hayase Sasaki. This little rat, she knows about Investigator Sasaki. Preferably something that smells like him. Something he wears, maybe. You a pervert? I have a lot of perverted friends. What do you intend to do with it? It's a gift for one of my models. He's, oh, is it the... It's the gourmet. Oh, he changed his hair. Miserable and not fun to be around lately. Glorious. Okay, so the gourmet, that's who was the one looking at the rose. That's the one who was looking at the rose. Okay, his hair changed so much. And honestly, that art style was so different on that opening color spread. You guys can't deny that. That didn't look like Hanami or Ayato one fucking iota from Tokyo Ghoul. So how was I supposed to know? So I'm assuming this is now the gourmet. Finally, some connection. Finally, something for me to sink my teeth into. I am curious what happened to the gourmet. I'll do my best. First, I need some information. Okay, I'll be helpful. Photos from the torso crime scene. The rest when she gets her compensation, huh? She doesn't look like it, but her information's legitimate. Are we going to tell Sasan about this? As long as Investigator Sasaki is a part of the Quinex squad, we're under his supervision. Depending on how Investigator Sasaki reports it to the brass, it's possible that credit for everything we find will go to the QS squad. In other words, to Investigator Sasaki himself. You understand? That ain't fair. That's right, it ain't. The QS project will be the cornerstone of Investigator Sasaki's promotion, so the squad is more important than the individual. What happens to us is of no concern to him. Man, he's painting a really bad light about this guy. Damn it, that bedhead. Who does he think we are? And this dude's very easily manipulated. This Uri guy's an asshole. Investigator Shirazu. You need money, don't you? Then you need a promotion fast. Hell yeah. So, Shirazu, or Shizaru, is a fucking naive little idiot. And this Uri guy is an asshole. Alright, got it. I think I'm starting to understand here. I did the Quinex procedure because test subjects get paid. I need money now, I need it then. If that's the case, don't work for the squad, work for yourself. It'll get you closer to what you need. I'm just being honest with you. Alright, then that's what I'll do. Sasuke ain't getting in my way. I'm glad you're easily manipulated. Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. Like, they're creating turmoil at a... Once again, not very interested in this part, more interested in the gourmet, but they literally are creating turmoil in the CCG for... Like, you'd think they would have screened people for this shit. Like, This makes no sense from a narrative. From a company standpoint, it makes no sense. We are going to take anybody off the street. Like, hey, do you want to get tested to become an investigator? Get a full-time job? I mean, you know what the economy's like. Hey, not only am I going to pay you $1,000 to go undergo a very harmless experiment, but if you succeed in the experiment, we're going to hire you as a paid person with a full-time job. Who the fuck wouldn't take that? You offer me $10,000 to fucking, stick a needle in me, I'm going to be like, I could use $10,000. Like, seriously, everybody's got a number. So, according to this, they got paid just to be a part of the experiment. And when it was successful, they got a full-time position and job with the squad in the CCG. From the company's standpoint, this is an entirely stupid decision because you have people like these two dickwads. Like, so now the plot is going to go like 30 chapters of just fucking this inner turmoil, manipulation bullshit with the ambitions and all that crap. But it was made because of bad plot. Like, I don't know. I don't like, it's not like they had it. Like, I can understand if the Awagiri tree at the end of Tokyo Ghoul had taken over everything and they were desperate. Anybody willing to work for the CCG will take the homeless guy who just wants to fucking a bowl of hot soup. Like from Groundhog Day, who keeps dying. We'll take that fucking guy and stick him in a needle. We'll take anybody off the street and put a needle in them. Then I would understand if they were on their last ropes, like it was Judgment Day level. But it's not. So the idea that these two ever become a part of the CCG or a part of the experiment is just plot device. So fucking caked on, let's make plot device happen. Ugh, I don't like this at all. So let's see. A physical description of the torso in a month. Yeah. A case Shimoguchi squad is already struggling with in just a month. It is a difficult task, but right now we need a hurdle we can clear together. I know I'm asking a lot, but I think it's possible if we all work together. If the Quinaxes can come together as a group, this is a good opportunity to teach the importance of teamwork. Humph. You're really something, Sasan. Shirazu. I'm going in alone. What? Wait. Yes, sir. Shirazu is so gullible. I'll color the torso in a month. Uri? Ugh, why? Let's see. So they insist on acting independently, huh? I think it's time, holy, he looks evil, to show these boys what I'm capable of. You and I are going to bring in the torso, Mitsuki, before those two do. Yes, sir. Before we come together as a group, I'll make them understand the limits of the individual. Just you watch, spring chickens. Okay, and a bunch of spring, yeah. 23rd Ward, the Ghoul Detention Center. Ooh, we're in the Ghoul Detention Center again. Who's in here? Okay, now this might interest me. Let's see. Some weird-looking dome-head person. Investigator Sasaki. Investigator Mato told me you'd be stopping by. He looks so scary. He's got a face you could never forget. Yeah, creepy. Okuya was hit hard when we lost Warden Misaka at the hands of the Awagiri tree. I personally have high hopes for the QS squad. Human investigators implanted with Quinquis. Quinquis. See, that name just sounds so much funner. The Quinquis. The chief has some bold ideas. I like them. Don't worry. The walls are coated with Quinquis steel. And the ghouls detained here are sedated with the RC suppressant. Where's the normal Sasaki? Well. It's the priest. It's the fucking priest. Is it? I'm pretty sure that's the priest, isn't it? The father or whatever? I do miss the priest. If it isn't Heisey, I was just getting bored. Yeah, it is. Double S Ghoul. Russian Ghoul ran a Catholic church known as the Father. Where's Akira Mato, your commanding investigator? She's on a different case. How does it feel to be under the thumb of a woman investigator? It doesn't feel so bad when it's the thumb of a brilliant woman. How about you, father? Cracking jokes as usual. You brought a new face with you today, very young and so appetizing. See, like, this is the shit that I like. Yes. Let's get the father. Let's get the OGs in here to terrify some of these new little bitches. I would like to rip that stomach open at my leisure and stuff my mouth full of plump organs. Jesus. Take it easy on him, will you? Don't get up. Sorry, I apologize. So, what are you investigating? A ghoul that goes by the name Torso. Let me show you what we have. His feeding range is broad, so we believe he's using a vehicle to get around. The victims have all been women, and only their torsos are taken. I see, a torso enthusiast. The head is a very important part for a ghoul. Understanding what one is eating enriches the experience. Enjoying the rest while appreciating the face, or perhaps going straight from the head, to each their own. The head is truly the centerpiece of a meal. Oh my, that's pretty gross looking. It's a single flower as the only garnish to a meal that may seem insipid to humans. To show no interest in that flower and to leave it behind, he must either be an awfully picky eater or have a refined palate. Or perhaps he feels threatened. The eyes express emotions, the mouth utters words, and a face contains an enormous amount of information. What if he's trying to block out all that information? What if this is someone who doesn't want to be a ghoul? So he continues, breaks the head off entirely. A ghoul aware of his own powers, afraid of humans because he's blending into human society. Interesting take. Concealing his identity as a ghoul working for a normal business, most likely as some kind of an errand boy. Cleverly fooling everyone around him while being tormented by his boss, the clients. A position that requires familiarity with the streets, for example. A cab driver. Uri submitted a bunch of cab receipts because investigator Sasuke, I'd like to be reimbursed fucking $2,000 for my investigation expenses. He suspected a cab driver. Sharp kid. Thank you for your insight. But right now his cleverness is a problem. Instructor Sasuke, why does the CCG keep that man alive? When I look in that ghoul's eyes, I'm terrified. Because he's a valuable source of information for the CCG. That's why the Bureau uses him. At least until, and I don't like how this sounds either, but until they get rid of him. That's right. Donato has to keep proving how valuable he is. When you're done with this case, I'd like you to talk about another one. Next time, come alone. You do too, don't you? You're the same as Donato. You simply latched on the first thing that gave your existence value. Otherwise, you wouldn't maintain your sense of self. Eventually, you'll be discarded. You'll be useless or broken. Isn't that right? I see. Whoa. Creepy times. Creepy times. Let's see, I fell asleep, that same dream again. I must be tired, but I have no time to waste right now. Why is the torso so obsessed with that part of the body? The legs were severed. If he cuts off their heads, why would he cut off their legs too? Maybe there's a psychological significance, so they won't leave him? He's worried. He's worried they'll leave him if they have legs. Like a pathologically possessive lover, of course. The body of a lover. Maybe the victims have something in common. I should question friends of the victims. There's got to be something that will explain his provocity. Could it be the gourmet? It could be the gourmet, I suppose. But it doesn't really feel like his style. And that's too obvious an answer. He's missing Kaneki. He doesn't want to be a part of that anymore, but he doesn't want to mingle. Well, who else tried to mingle? Kaneki did. Toka did. Yomo, and of course the people at the cafe all tried to mingle amongst humans. But tearing out the torso and leaving all the heads and legs and stuff behind doesn't really fit any of them. Maybe it's a new character. I don't know. Let's see. Next we have... Just you wait, Torso. Where can I take you? Just drive, please. I have a message from the tree, Torso. Now, who is this? I don't think it's meant to be. Is it meant to be Toka? Because she looks younger now than she ever did. Or is it Hanami? I have a message from the tree torso. So it is a cab driver. Somebody for the Awagiri tree talking to torso. Okay, at least the plot is thickening. At least the plot is somewhat keeping me sane here, keeping me entertained. See, Skin said, yeah, take away light, arrogance, and making me screwing up, and light would have been washed near and mellow. Yep. Skin said, yes, our normal tangent. Always gotta have a tangent. 88 said, since you already connected the dots, Ori was the one that was giving info to Kaneki and his team through Tsukiyama. A brief summary of the novel would be that Shia and Tsukiyama met in high school. Okay. So, I mean, once again, I think that information should have been in the manga itself. I don't think I should, because that seems relevant to me and crucial to me in a no uncertain terms. It does seem important. Important enough that it should be in the main story, is my point. But anyways, alright, chapter 4, let's go. So, I have a message from the tree, Torso. You're feeding too much. You've been marked by the doves. CCG? Alright, I'll be careful. You have something for me? I do. And one more thing, if I may. I can smell it in here. No, I can smell it from you. Have you heard of Quinexes? No. I don't know much about them either, but they're humans who have been implanted with a sac. They're rumored to possess ghoul abilities. One of them could have a heightened sense of smell. It's possible you could become a leak regarding the tree, so be careful. Thanks for the advice. Quinexes. They sound almost like Kaneki. So is this Hanami? It could be Hanami because she would be older now. She'd be 3 years. Looks too young to be Toka. And why would Toka be working with the tree? Not sure who that's supposed to be. Investigator Motto. We came to pick up our backup Quinquis. Let's see. Investigators Uryu and Shirazu. Good to see you two. Any progress with the case? Oh, we're doing great. Why does this fool have to come with me? It's going just fine. A photo? Yeah. I found it near the scene. I think it's a test shot the torso accidentally left behind. What is this? Look, it's of the victim. A photo of the Vic? That's sick. I mean, she was still alive at this point. How was the photo developed so quickly? It was taken with an instant camera. It develops photos immediately. Fujifilm has most of the market share. There's also a foreign brand called Immortal that's pretty popular. I brought one today. Say cheese. One more. Can you tell the difference? I can. Already kept the same pose. The Immortal one looks faded. Yep, gives a nice effect, doesn't it? The Muji one, on the other hand, doesn't have a filter. What about the Torso one? It's faded. Yep, so in other words, the Torso is using an Immortal camera. It's funny that the brand is called Immortal. Ironically, it's a foreign brand, so you have to buy from a specialty store. Somebody who lives near the crime scenes has bought a large quantity of film. I found one person who fits that description. Here you go. A plain. Let's see. Quinkui. Oh. A plain Tsunagi. Okay? You two, don't neglect your Quinquis, just because you can use a Kagune. The Quinkui is an anti-ghoul weapon developed by former General Chairman Yoshio Washu, the father of General Chairman blah 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 blah. And the CCG engaged ghouls with their firearms back then, but they were ineffective against ghouls. Researching into an alternate weapon gave birth to the idea of using their own Kagune against them. Manufacture weapons based on Kagune, the Quinquis. The ghoul eradication rate has drastically improved because of them. Since the creation, they've been the primary weapon for ghoul investigators, but since they've surpassed by a new technology, it doesn't change the shape like the Kagune. It makes up for the Quinqui's shortcomings. A hybrid with the superior qualities of a ghoul, a soldier with a built-in Quinqui, if you will. That's what you Quinexes are. But even with that ability, you are not ghouls. There are limits to the Quinex's ability. You've never seen Sasuke fight at his best, have you? No, but he uses a Quinqui very skillfully, although I've seen better. There is much I can learn from him. So you haven't? Use your Quinquis. Let's see. So now they're going to investigate. I can't believe she was attacked by a ghoul. She was beautiful. Day 17. Now they said within a month. So it's been 17 days. I remember being envious of her long, silky hair. Have you seen her body? What? Have you seen her naked? I'm sorry we have to ask. Did you notice any moles or birthmarks? Anything that would stand out? I don't remember. I don't think there was anything unusual. Okay, thanks for your cooperation. Nobody knows a thing. That's how it goes. Let's keep going. That is how it goes. I think she had an appendectomy scar. I don't know how to say that word exactly. An appendectomy. Appendectomy. I think that's how you say it. Scar. She had a C-section when she gave birth to her son. I heard she had her thyroid removed. She had to get the stitches after the accident. Come to think of it, scars, huh? Maybe the torso is drawn to a woman with scars. But how would you know if they have the scars before he undresses them? Two possibilities. He has some kind of special sense for sniffing out scars. That's a stretch and would be really fucking stupid. Or he abducts them indiscriminately. Indiscriminately? If they have one, great. If not, just eat them. Only he knows what he does with the torso. He only leaves behind the head, limbs, and his kagune secretions at the scene. But if he's particular about his victims, he should be targeting areas where they'd most likely be. Hospital records of all the victims, mainly surgical hospitals. Look, the crime scenes are spread out. Concentrate in areas from the hospitals. Let's split up and question the surgical hospitals in the area. And it's the 25th day. Wow, they're really catching the pace. A cab? What's he looking at? Woman leaving the hospital. Those eyes. I recognize them. They're the eyes of a predator tracking its prey. Ooh, found him. Excuse me, may I? Hey. Ooh, Investigator Sasuke, even if you spot somebody suspicious, don't act alone. I just jumped in without even thinking, but his eyes bother me. There's something not right about them. This is a shortcut. Have you been doing this long? Yeah, about 5-6 years. I just can't figure it out. Tell me. Whoa. Crushing. Which are you? Kakugan. A ghoul. Let go of me. Miss, please. Miss. Be quiet. Yeah, I knew it was a girl. I was betting. I was like, is that a guy? Is that a girl? It is a girl. Okay. I knew it. You're a girl. Man, that's a creepy shot. That's a really fucking creepy shot, not gonna lie. But at least things are starting to pick up. At least things are getting a little fucking interesting, for God's sakes. Dragon just said, it's Hanami. Yeah, I figured as much, but sometimes it's hard to tell. Now, why the fuck is Hanami working for the Awagiri tree? I have no idea. Let's see. Chapter 5. I'm sorry about your parents. CCG Academy Junior School will provide you with a normal life and an education appropriate for your age. It's not mandatory that you become an investigator, but they do conduct preliminary training if you want to enroll. I'll ask my parents and brother, and it's not that I don't hate ghouls. Is there a place where I'm needed? I'd like to try it if that's possible. Can I make one request? I don't really know why, but I don't want to be... I don't want to be a girl. From now on, I'd like to be a guy. Well, okay, so now we're touching on some LGBT stuff. Okay. Nice. You have a... And it's just, of course, there's a scar. He's looking at a scar. Did she try to cut her breasts off or something? Because it's right above her... Where her breast... Oh... is this gonna get like this? See, alright, she's fighting back, miss. Using a quinkui. 2 of them. They look kind of cool. I like these quinquis. They're cool. A dove? This little bitch? Ugh. Stabbed right through the hand. Boom. Attacks. Arg. Smacked in the face. Huff, huff. Plate number's right. Driver for 23 taxi. Hey. Karosaki. the torso. I think it's in here. You got friends. Damn. Oh. Bam. And then now. Oh. Now the car's going to start speeding away. Faster, Shirazu. Shirazu! I'll be breaking the speed limit. That won't be a problem. Just hurry, you idiot. Why? Why? I don't have my mask today. Just take out his tires with your Kaguna? Huh? Are you freaking serious? Damn it. Don't blame me if I miss. Oh, missed. You suck. I told you, man. I'll knock you off the bike. Let's see. Pull over. Flicking your wrist toward from the rear is a sign for a Kagune, signaling that the suspect is a ghoul. We're backing them up. Get in the car. Let's see. Or wait, they went right for it. You in the car, and then boom. Oh, damn. Pull over. Slam. Asshole. Killed a couple of cops. A roadblock. I didn't call for one. Was it investigator Sasaki? We've got him now. There he is. Is that supposed to be a mask? Idiot. Prepare to engage. Alright, they're going to engage him. They're fighting. That Kagune is kind of cool what No Eyebrows has there. Are these guys Quinexes? They're QS. They're the investigator implanted with Quinquis. I gotta fight too. Come out, come out, come out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kagune, come out, please. Damn it. She can't use it. Those two are already so good while I'm... Let's see. If Sasuke hadn't interfered, I could have taken all the credit for this. Let's hit him in. Okay. There won't be. What? Slam. Any arrests today? Rate over at school Orochi. Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. 88 says, Hanami being in the Awagiri tree has something to do with that Takatsuki thing. If you remember, Takatsuki Eto gave Hanami a contact card thingy. Oh, yeah. And then we found out all that shit, and it's been crazy ever since. Dragonhead said, Grand Theft Ghoul. Yeah, it's Grand Theft Ghoul time. 88 said, Tatsuki told Hanami to reach if she needed help, and then at the end of the OG, we see Hanami with that card Tatsuki gave her with Banjo and his team. That is true too, but why would they join the Awagiri tree? Still doesn't make sense exactly, but okay. I mean, she had the card. I guess I get the connection, but I don't get why she would approve of the Awagiri tree who took Kaneki that he was fighting the whole time and all this shit, you know what I mean? Seems to sort of go against the grain as far as I think, but... Oh, damn. Yeah, okay. At least we're picking up the pace here. I was worried we're going to be 30 chapters into not getting any of this shit. It was just going to be investigating here. Flesh out the new characters that I do not care about. And now we're starting to get into some action at least. Let's see. Chapter 6. Sorry, but that scrawny half-naked guy is ours. You guys... What is it? Quinexes? You guys use Kagune, right? Look at you doves. You make me sick. You guys are no different from Awagiri. Not working with the Awagiri tree. Ooh. And now that you've made me sick, I want to have some. Boom! Smackdown. And Uri... Smacked around. Boom. Sorry, but I don't hold back against doves. You'll get in my way one of these days. Better to nip you guys in the bud while I can. Okay. He tries to attack. Does nothing. What was that? A pea shooter? Not a scratch? You scumbag. You're the one who's going to get nipped. Boom. Attacks. Come on. What's the matter? Hit me. Slam. Just look like he's got the snake aesthetic and everything in behind. He looks really cool, actually. My Kagune, damn it, its time limit is still 2. Is it? That's it for you? All it took was a kick? Guess it's just an imitation after all. Not even Uri stood a chance against him. I can't move. I'm scared. Do I stand a chance? What's that? There's one more? I'll take you up first then. Hiya! And jumps in Tora. Let's get out of here. What? Slam, 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 slam. Take this. Point blank bomber. Tick. What a stupid name. And then your attacks ain't gonna work. Plus they're so pathetic and annoying. Ugh. Slams him down. Let's see. Like, Kanaki's gotta show up. Kanaki's gotta show up. Or Sasuke. Sorry. I keep getting the names confused. I wonder why. Maybe it's because they're the same person. That hurt. You alright, Toro? Yeah. You should bug out of here. I'm at a Kagune too. There's no point in dying. We still got a lot to do. Let's retreat for now. Retreat, says Uri. The squad leader ordered the rest of the S3 to retreat and remained alone at the scene against a powerful ghoul known as the One-Eyed Owl. I'm sorry, Kuki, we couldn't protect Special Investigator Uri, your father. We're responsible for his death. Screw you. Let's see. The squad leader ordered the rest of the S3 to retreat. Isn't the S3 where he wants to go, though? Does he want to, like, murder them from the inside? Okay. Screw you. And he bit his own... Oh, what the hell are you doing? Feeding so I can activate my Kagune. If I get my eradication ability up to the equivalent of a rate S, my chances of getting a single White Wing badge increase. What is this dude's deal? Are you crazy? Cut that out. Uri, we should retreat. Uri. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, time to end this. Bang. Ooh, stop with the sword. Oh, cool. Huh? Sasan, sir. Bang. Ching. Who the hell are you? The king of the imitators? Using a quinkui. He kinda. Leave. My squad. You little stop. Scampering. Bang. What happened? Ugh. Jumps out. He's tough. Haven't faced a ghoul like him in a while. What do I do? My quinqui's not enough. You're so weak, Hayase. At this rate, he'll kill your squad. You won't be able to protect anyone. Look at me. Come on. You know you need me, right? This is what you want, isn't it? Accept me. Come on. Shut up. I'm not letting you take me over. Yep. It's Kaneki. Contact Investigator Maro, Mitsuki. Wait, I'm not letting you take me over. Investigator Mato, Investigator Arima, give me courage. Jing. Boom. This is a beautiful shot. Chapter 6, this double page spread looks amazing. Oh, and that's the end of the chapter, but it was pretty amazing there. Okay. Now I just want to know what's going to happen next. So we'll jump into chapter 7, and we see a Kagune, so it's true. Investigator Sasuke is... Okay, so he's got a Kagune. And he's got the one eye. But it looks like... Is that the wrong eye? Is that the wrong eye, though? Either way. Slam, bang, bam. Tick. So now he's fighting Orochi. He shattered the Orochi's Kagune. That's good, right? It isn't enough, though. It'll regenerate soon. To be able to form such a big Kagune over and over, you're tough. Shrink. Well, thank you. Ugh. Slam. Now he's dodging. He grabs him. They're fighting. Damn, a Quinkui and a Kagune at the same time. Oh, he's using the Quinkui, but he's dodging them at the very last moment. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and he took some hits right there. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, that looks painful as fuck. Sus, bam. Later. I'm not regenerating fast enough. That all you got? Get up. I can still... I say... Structure Sasuke. Tora. Stay back. What? We can still fight. We're not just going to stand here and watch. Investigator Mutsuki. That's an order. He's almost like a different person. Yeah, because he's fucking Kaneki. Tora, stay out of his way. Okay. You're not getting by us, Mr. Orochi. Good. You definitely intrigue me more than those punks. I'm not sure if I should be honored, but I don't think you want to get to know me. Oh my god, they're like dangerous. Boom. And here he goes. Jumping in. A sword? What the? His Kagune is way quicker now. Brings back memories. Slam. Oh, right to the damn thing. So who's the Orochi? Is he the fucking ghoul? Like, who is he? No, he's who? Like, not the ghoul, the gourmet. He can't be the gourmet. Could he be? Who could the Orochi be? Who would be rate S at this point? I suppose you could gain power over your stuff. Could it be, what's his name? Nishiko? Could it be, like, is it somebody from the coffee shop? Is it somebody, is it Banjo maybe? Who knows? I don't think Banjo would be this sadistic, but you never know. From the ground, I was way too focused on guarding my rear. I wasn't paying attention below. Slam. Oh man, stabbed him a ton of times. Just returning the favor. Slam, bam, damn. Sigh. I'm dying. Is that how it goes? Damn. Oh, buddy. Guess you still haven't found salvation, huh? Kaneki. It is Nishio. The Orochi, he got to an S level, and it is Kaneki. It is Kaneki. Oh, man. Oh, man. He not looking happy. I'm dying. That's her. Oh, buddy, guess you still haven't found salvation, huh? Kaneki. Yeah, we all knew it was Kaneki. We all knew it was fucking Kaneki at the end of fucking Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know why they played this game like we weren't supposed to know. But either way, it was so obvious that it was Kaneki. And now we know for a fact that it is. And so now everybody's basically been upgrading. And now he's fighting. Wait, who's that? So, okay, let me get this straight. His ghoul self, Kaneki, has been replaced. Oh, here's what happened. So the CCG took the one-eyed ghoul that gave him so much fucking trouble. They implanted a new personality with some plot device technology bullshit, hypnosis, whatever, and now he thinks he's Sasuke. He doesn't know about his true self, but he's still, this is Kaneki's body, and that's Kaneki's inner self, is the ghoul side. Because he just acknowledged Nishio, he knows who he is, but then he says, wait, who's that? What did I say? He doesn't know, so he puts on the mat. Sorry, time's up. Ugh, wait, ugh. Okay, now he's losing his shit. I'm calling off the pursuit of Orochi. Whoa, a bunch of people showing up. Senior Investigator Hiriko's squad? Let's see. So Mato, like she said, call Mato and Arima. Kuromato Takomi respond with C5 to C9. The rest of you back us up. We're handling the rate double S ghoul Hayase. Ooh. Oh. Rate double S. Takomi, ghoul, nice. They jump in, boom, 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 boom. And then, oh, sniper shot by Mato. Yeah, I got this. Get some rest. I see. Rank 1 Investigator Hayase Sasaki is a half ghoul. Go ahead, take your time pulling yourself together. He is the victim of the Awagiri tree's mad scientist Kano's attempt to turn a human into a ghoul by implanting them with a kakugo. Kakuo. I am a ghoul investigator with the Mato squad. There are a number of rules when it comes to dealings with him. 1. Hayase Sasaki is to be treated as human. The mentor of the Quinx squad. We are in pursuit of the torso. 2. Who are you? I'm Hayase Sasaki. In the event his Kagune becomes uncontrollable and there are no other options, he shall be deemed a ghoul and eradicated. If possible, he is to be controlled with restraints like RC supplements. However, if and when the time comes, we can eradicate Hayase. He knew the risk, and yet he tried to save you guys. That's right, you are Hayase Sasaki. Hayase Sasaki's face off with the Orochi engraved in their hearts. Awe, jealousy, and fear. It's alright, nobody's dead. Don't get up. That's an order. A few days after the failed attempt at the capturing of the torso and the Orochi, I was summoned by Investigator Arima. It's been a while, Hayase. Okay, so it is Kaneki. It is Kaneki. We all knew that, but still, it's nice to have it confirmed. Yeah. I love that they're not trying to play this off like some big reveal by chapter 50. You know what I mean? '88 said, fun fact, this was the only fight in the re-anime with average animation. After this, the animation went absolutely downhill, and this happened all in the first episode. Well, that's crazy. Dragon's Rage said, Orochi was Obito all along. Genius. Skin said, re-animation was just weird and bad. I mean, it happens. Dragon's Rage said, Griever people mistake people for people all the time. Plus, he's clearly lost a lot of blood and is hallucinating. Sasaki isn't Kaneki. Okay, Dragon, you're really trying to lay that on thick, man. Yeah, how stupid do you think I am? People mistake people for other people all the time. So he called him Kaneki. Alright, then explain how he knows who he is. How does this Sasaki person know who Nishio is? There you go. There you go. '88 said, also don't know if you noticed, but Hayase was shaping his Kagune like Yamori and then like Tsukiyama during the fight. I did not notice because it's been a while since I read Tokyo Ghoul. It's been like over a month, so I didn't notice those subtle things. As I said, I like Tokyo Ghoul, but I'm not like super invested in analyzing everything like Bleach or One Piece or anything like that. So, or Toriko to note the subtle things in the background or the subtle things like that. I try to do my best, but like still, yeah. '88 says, speaking of Arima, here's another fun fact. The Quinkui that Yukimura 1/3 was used by Arima in Jack during his high school years. Hirako also used the same Quinkui, and now Hayase is the one using it. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Definitely interesting. We're going to take another quick break, and then we'll be right back. I just got to take a leak. So, we'll do that, and then we'll jump back into a couple more chapters. I think we can get to chapter 10 is a good stuff. Somebody told me chapter 7 or chapter 11. Anywhere there is fine, so maybe we can try to get to chapter 11 and then call it a day. So, or a night. So, yeah, shit. Keep opening stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Let's see. 88 said chapter 11 sounds good. Yeah, if we can get that far, it depends on what happens here in the next couple of chapters. I'm just feeling a little tired today, guys, and once again, this was last minute. I wasn't even supposed to do the stream, so there is that. So yeah. Dranger said, because the CCG has access to all sorts of information, it's been 3 years, maybe they found out new stuff and told Sasuke that's why he knows who he is. You are really pushing the envelope there, Dragon's Rage. I'm going to put your ass in the penalty box if you keep this shit up. I'm just kidding, but still, it's fucking hilarious. So let's see. Oh! Chapter 8, starting off slapping that fucking son of a bitch. Proper thing. I don't like any of these new characters. A squad leader can't put his squad members' lives at risk. It's dangerous to show our backs to the enemy. I took the possibility of the Orochi pursuing and attacking us from the rear into consideration. Does that warrant a slap in the face? If you had engaged him head-on, you would have been killed. Ghoul investigators must run even if their arms and legs are torn off. We'll have our chance as long as we're alive. What else can we do if we're dead? Yuri, I'm relieving you from your duties as squad leader of the Quinnex squad. It's customary for the highest ranking investigator to be in command of a squad. The highest ranking investigator of this team is me. I've decided you're unfit to serve as squad leader. I'll change my ways. I've asked you to do so repeatedly. I make the decisions. I find this unacceptable. That's an order. But you're a ghoul. Uri. Slam. Oh, who attacked him? Who attacked... Oh! Oh! Oh, no, eyebrows attacked him. Uri, you piece of shit. Sasam put his life on the line to save our asses. If you have the gall to call him a ghoul, then you're even worse than a ghoul. I'm gonna kill you right here and right now. Okay, you know what? I take it back. I got respect for this motherfucker. He's naive and stupid, but he's got that loyalty vibe here. Go for it. Uri, I'd like you to apologize to Instructor Sasuke. You useless hypocrite. This guy's a piece of shit. Shirazu, let him go. No matter what he says, my decision is final. Besides, I've already selected a new squad leader. I'm appointing Rank 3 Investigator Shirazu as squad leader. Is it going to be Toro? I'm not through with you, Yuri. Wait. Huh? Me? Hold on, Sasan. Isn't it unusually someone smart? Academically, I'm worse. Well, at least he acknowledges. I'm starting to like this guy. I take that back. I'm okay. His design is kind of stupid, but I don't mind him. I believe the leader of the squad should be somebody who works for the team. I'd like to try you as squad leader. What the hell does squad leader even do? We'll discuss this more later. Uri, you keep disobeying me, and I'll eat you. I'm a ghoul, remember? I mean, that was a bad taste joke, but still. Come on, let's go to bed. We've got an easy start tomorrow. An early start. Squad leader. Goes back there. Closes the door and he starts crying. Is this the battle I should be fighting? So, Ginshi Shirazu. A squad leader, huh? What happened to Kuki Oryu? Oryu is certainly a good investigator. He's a fast learner and has good sense for investigating. He attended the academy on a scholarship, and they let him skip grades so he could start training. Let's see. Are they fighting? Oh, they're fighting. I see. They're training while they talk. But whether you're an investigator or not, in any situation, character is what counts. Shirazu may not seem like it, but he's aware of what's going on around him. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. An interesting choice. It's very you. I hope Uri learns from this. With time, I think Shirazu will improve his planning and decision-making skills. Oof! Bam! I concede. Not bad, Haisi. But I know you're faster. Lose the lag between your upper and lower body. Investigator Arima? Didn't you want to talk to me about the other day? Because I couldn't control myself. We not only lost the torso, but the Orochi who Investigator Hirako was after got away too. I don't know how I can make it up to the Investigator Hirako for this blunder. Here, the book I borrowed. I don't think Hirako cares. Thanks. It was short, but I enjoyed Kafka's a crossbreed. Of course he's a booklet. Of course they're reading. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get a sense of Kafka's detached sense of humor. It's a good short story. You were pushed to the brink and you needed to use your kagune. And so you did. That's all there is to it. All you need to do is expand your limits. Did you hear that voice again? Yes, sir. He whispers in my ears. Use me. Lend me your body. I think he's trying to say give him back his body. I think it's who I once was. Ah. Now that it's confirmed, 20 years of my life are missing, but okay. Okay. Do we like this? Was this a good direction for the story? I don't know yet. It's one thing for me to know it, and then another thing for it to be confirmed in manga. Everybody else knows it. I don't know yet. Hard to say whether this is whether this was the right direction for this story. This is feeling almost like somebody made a fan fiction after like a hit TV series ended on a cliffhanger, and somebody decided, I'm going to write a fan fiction, and a lot of the fans like it, but it's still not canon. It's like somebody actually paid money. They made like a YouTube video, like, and they wrote a whole script. They did this whole thing, and they made this whole plot. Like, what it would happen if Tokyo Ghoul wasn't... This is feeling Tokyo Ghoul was canceled. What if not? This is a what if sort of... That's what it's feeling like to me right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know how to rate it yet. Anyways, no matter how difficult the job is, I want to be of service to people. I haven't led the QS that well, but I want to become capable investigators. I have Investigator Mata to help me, and I enjoy this conversation with you too. I don't have any reason to be, but I'm actually quite happy. If I go back to who I once was, I feel like I'll lose everything I've accomplished over these past few years. That's what I'm so afraid of. Don't you want to see your family friends from the past? I have a family. You're my father, and Investigator Mata is my mother. Kidding. I mean, that's kind of a weird joke, but sure. That's one hell of a family. Yeah. That would make you the father of the Quinexes then. Yeah, they really are a handful. I'd like to borrow another book. I'll stop by the chateau sometime. What? No, you don't have to. I'll bring them to you. Don't worry, I can still fight. Even if I lose control and can't come back to who I am, I know Investigator Arima will. It's okay. I'd like to see my grandkids. Come on, let's wipe the desk down. So they're acting... This should be a nice moment, but I feel like it's undeserved. You know what I mean? Like, if this all went down and Amon was there... Amon was alive and he was like that was the mother and father, then it would feel a little more... I don't know. Yes, sir, we don't want the Bureau Chief finding out about this. Still haven't found salvation, huh? No, I have a family. Even if it's a make-believe family. I forgot to bring up the Orochi. Let's see. Yargiri trees. Odeko. Yo. I'm sorry I kicked you, but you deserved it. Acting like a squad leader already, huh? Shizuru. So, is everything in brackets things he mumbles under his breath because he's a little bitch? Is that what's going on with the bracket talk? You make sweet stuff, don't you, Shizuru? Or you, let's work together. If we do, we can take on a goal as powerful as the Orochi. But for now, maybe we can do something about Sayako. That's shut in. Oh, we haven't met that other one. Wow. So the motto office. Nothing that ties directly to the torso, but yeah, with this information, we've narrowed down his movements considerably. If Tsunoguchi hadn't held out on us, we would have captured him by now. Only those who were at the scene know that you lost control, Hayase. I don't I doubt Shimoguchi will make a big stink about it. We got the torso's physical description within our deadline, Hayase. We'll boss him around as much as we want to now. By the way, Mom. Who are you calling Mom? I mean, Investigator Mato. Did anything turn up at the torso's house? Oh, Shimoguchi squad's still going through it. I hear it's filled with torsos. Even taking into account that it's a ghoul's den, they say it's quite an unusual scene. That reminds me, they found something interesting. Mato here. We have an emergency. The investigating the torso. They've been attacked by the rabbit. Awagiri's rate double S Ghoul. So if that's Hanami, and at the beginning of the series it was Ayato, then it's not Toka the rabbit, it's Ayato the rabbit. Attacked by the rabbit. Okay then. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. Let's see. Skin said, oof, are you missing Yoshimaru, Banjo, and Yomo? Of course. Banjo top 5. Banjo always been top 5. Where's my boy Banjo? Banjo's like one of the best dudes in manga. Banjo is so cool. Banjo is Banjo. Banjo's one loyal son of a bitch. Where's my boy Banjo? Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-ding-ding, and I lost my dog, and I'm on my porch, and I have one truck with only 3 tires. Ding-a-ling-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, I have a banjo. I got a banjo. Not that type of banjo, but the cool-ass banjo. The cool man who's got the weirdest fucking goatee chin hair I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, 88 saying shark. Skin said, but for real, Griever, you looking and sounding kind of crazy. Am I fucking crazy? Am I crazy? You looking and sounding kind of crazy saying Sasuke and Kaneki are the same person. I mean, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. Right? Dragon Trader said, I know, right? Dragon Trader said Sasuke has black and white hair, and Kaneki at the end had pure white hair. Plus, Kaneki died. We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that. 88 laughing. Okay. So, all right. Let's jump into chapter 9. Let's jump into chapter 9 here. So the rabbit attack. Let's go. Investigator Sumoguchi is alive but in a hospital bed. I'm sorry about your squad. You can leave your gift over there. This isn't just a friendly visit. I know you're hurt, but I need you to tell me what happened. What happened at the Torso residence? The rabbit, Awagiri's rate double S Ghoul. He's one of the S2 squad's targets, isn't he? We believe he's a relatively young ghoul. He showed up about 3 years ago, killing an investigator in the 20th ward, and an assistant special investigator in the 7th ward. He's grown in power and presence over the years. My father, Kuryo, was killed by him and Fuiguchi. Well, see, they don't know that there's 2 rabbits. Investigator Arima tells me that he's a brilliant investigator. That he was a brilliant investigator. That he taught him how to use a quinkui. Both ghouls are now part of the Awagiri tree. It's probably safe to assume that Karaoseike, the torso who's gone missing, is now affiliated with them too. Apparently was, but then Nishio shows up and says, no, that man's one of ours. Or maybe he wanted him for something other. I don't know. He doesn't like the Awagiri tree, so there's still a resistance in the ghoul factions for the Awagiri tree. The recordings of conversations in the cab found at the Torso's residence. What were they doing with them? Who knows? It's still a mystery what they did with them. The issue is the Awagiri used them to gather some kind of information, recruiting ghouls hiding in society, hiring them to do a job, and like the Torso, if their identity to the human society is compromised, they bring them into the organization, augmenting their strength. The trunk gets even wider, the branches spread even farther. The threat of the Awagiri now extends to the general public. If the Torso sought protection from Awagiri, squads S1, 2, or 3 will take over the case, especially with Shimoguchi's squad in that state. The Quinx squads are going back to square one. You think Investigator Shimoguchi will be alright? He survived, but lost all his men. Even the most hardened of us would feel pity for his situation. It's not easy, losing those you've spent time with. I'm still waiting for Amon to come back. Like, seriously, Amon should be alive. Investigator Mato's self-assured expression was a little sad. Remembering Amon. Strengthen Akagune, yes. Like Investigator Sasaki's? Squad leader Yuri, you and Shirazu. Shirazu, the new squad leader. Right, my apologies. You and squad leader Shirazu seem to have a good handle on your Kagune. I understand why you want more power, but let me explain your psychology again. Psychology. The Quinex procedure, also known as the blah blah blah, was invented by somebody. We got the idea from the half-ghoulification procedure performed by Kano and the investigator Sasaki. Yeah. The same process has also been applied in manufacturing quinquis. The difference between the Quinex procedure and the manufacturing quinquis is the fact that the kuko is removed from the ghoul, it's coated with quinquis steel, and implemented in the subject's body rather than being placed in a casing. Excuse me. 5 frame levels are placed on the implanted kuko, making it possible to adjust the rate of operation and observe its progress more efficiently and with less risk. The gate has been set at F2 for all of you. Your Kakuo rate of operation is currently at 40%. In other words, if the frame level is increased, my Kakune gets more powerful. I don't recommend that though. It's a little too late to claim morals now, Shiba. You and Chigio are no different from Kano. All you want is acclaim for innovating the technology. This guy is such a fucking prick. Like, once again, one thing I'm not happy with in all so far of Re is this fucking guy. This guy is like the worst part of Re so far. Like, he's used as a plot device to cause turmoil. And it makes no sense that he's here. It makes 0 sense plot stance why he even is there. So, yeah, not a fan. Let's see, Uri. We have Takomi. Is Investigator Sasuke alright? If you're talking about the other day, our squad mentor isn't that weak. I see. Good. You were only able to handle Investigator Sasuke because you had the support of Investigators Hiriko and Ito. Don't get cocky, Kuroiwa. Yeah, of course. Everything's a learning experience. Gloat a little. At a rank 2, although I am 2 taken down and rate SS asshole, even though I followed procedure, I did draw his weapon against a superior. I'd like to apologize to him personally. When would be a good time to pay him a visit? I'm sorry, but I don't know his schedule. Don't talk to me like you're indifferent toward me. Pisses me off. Stay out of my way. Apologize. This guy is fucked up so many ways. Your father abandoned my father. I'll never forget that. Why didn't he fight with him? How does he live with himself after abandoning his superiors? Has he no shame? I'll never forget it. Either ask a question. Jesus, this guy is so fucked. Like, put a bullet in his head. I understand your father lost his arm in the owl eradication operation 2 years ago. Go find him yourself. Okay, he should have died. Do you know how my father died? Do you know what it feels like to your father to be in pieces in a coffin? Do you know? Takomi Kuroiwa? I hope I can study under Investigator Sasuke someday. He has such an elegant swordsmanship. It's like he's controlling water. Sure. It should be me. Once you join Awagiri, it won't be easy getting out. Like, wow. Like, this dude is so mentally fucked up. It's reminding me of how much I hated Juzo, and now this guy's taking the fucking cake. What a fucking loser. Let's see. A word of advice. The brass isn't as nice as us. So, think hard before making your decision. My cover's blown. Wherever I go, I'll be. And yeah, if I join them, maybe I can. Saiki. Yes, Ayato. Why does he look so fucking different, though? The dude looks so different. Right, Ayato. Don't be scared. I just want to talk. Was there a guy called Sasuke with the QS? So, Sasan. What's Shirazu's squad's new mission? Our new target is the Nutcracker. Rate unknown. Ow. I just wanted to look the part, taking the glasses from him. Nutcracker? No. Do it. What's a nutcracker? It's a tool for cracking nuts. Come on. Do it. Oh God. Oh God. In other words, we doing this? We're really going to do it? Yeah, we're doing it. Our target likes crushing men's testicles. Just making sure they're safe. Just making sure. Not for this cat. I've seen some I've seen some things on the internet before about men's testicles and what BDSM people do to them. So no. What you do in the bedroom is your business. But that shit's fucked. We lost track of the torso, so that's our case for now. We'll be supporting this investigation. Blah, blah, blah. They're going through. Yeah, they're going to go through. You're close with him? Not sure. He gave me money when I first met him. He's a master with knives. Maybe he can teach you a thing or two. Mitsuki. We're meeting a guy. Shuzuya squad from the 13th. He's leading Suzuya. What the hell? Oh, isn't that Juzo? Isn't that Juzo? Suzuya? Suzuya? Oh, God, please. He's a master with knives. Oh, God. He gave me money when I first met him. Oh, maybe it's not. Thanks. What the hell? He's a bit strange, but he's a hard worker. I like him. A bit strange and a hard worker coming from Sasan. Let's grab some coffee and head home. Sure. Your treat? Yeah, my treat. Coming home. R-E? Oh, they're going to this place. How do you pronounce it? Re? Ray? Rye? Re? Let's check it out. That aroma. This place definitely serves great coffee. My nose kagune is telling me that. RC cells are amazing. Nose kagune? Now we're getting somewhere. See, there's a cool barista. I think they're ignoring us. That's because we're first timers. Then how are we supposed to get our coffees? Not again. How many times do I have to tell you? Shocked. Welcome. There's Yomo. And there's Toka. This is, like, why did we wait 9 chapters to get to this shit? Like, seriously, like, I didn't need to wait this long. Like, goddamn, this is what we care about. This is what we're caring about. So they're running a coffee shop, nonetheless. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I read Tokyo Ghoul for. There we go. There we go. Finally getting characters I give a shit. Once again, the world is not uninteresting, but it's not that interesting either. Like, you take away John Connor, Sarah Connor, and Arnold Schwarzenegger out of the Terminator world, not really that interesting. Why do you think, like, even with Christian Bale playing John Connor, that shit didn't work out so well for Terminator Salvation? Like, the idea is good because the characters drove the story. Without Kyle Reese, without Kyle Reese, without John Connor, without Sarah Connor, it doesn't work. Like, that's who we gave a shit about, right? We don't care about the other ones. It's like making an Alien movie without Sigourney Weaver. Nobody cares. We want to see Sigourney Weaver, right? Like, that's what you got to do. So, yeah. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So Skin said, for real though, Griever, Kaneki is dead. Stop with the theories. When did it... show me the body. Show me the body. Show me the body! Kaneki is dead. Stop with the theory. Sasuke is the protagonist now. Who is Kaneki? Skin said, what do you mean? Arima put Kaneki in a body bag. Show me the body! 88 said, the thing with the CCG not knowing that Toka was a different rabbit is something important to keep in mind, especially with the rating low. Remember that it's something that might be inaccurate. Ooh. 88 said, yep, gotta check if anything is okay. And 88 said, here she is, Toka so fine, such lovely tits and a great behind. Yeah, here she is. Dragon says, Sasuke meets Toka. Yes, technically, Sasuke is meeting Toka. 88 said, I think this chapter is missing an important page about Haisa meeting the Qs. Oh. Oh, whatever. No big deal. No big deal. Let's see where we go, because chapter 10. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm glad that we did start this now, because now it's actually motivated me to keep reading a little bit, because honestly, I was getting a little like, I don't think Tokyo Ghoul. I will say one thing, Tokyo Ghoul, horrible start. Horrible start. Horrible way to open it after the ending of Tokyo Ghoul. This should not have been split into 2 series. This should still be Tokyo Ghoul, like just another arc. I don't agree with the idea of splitting up the series like this. It makes no sense, and all it did was take those 10 chapters, like up till now, take all these chapters just to like reintroduce us to the world and reintroduce us to new characters, sort of introduce us to a new squad, just for the sole sake of, why not you just make a new arc? Like, it's been a waste of a little bit, I'm not going to lie. The opening, weak sauce. But now that we might finally be getting into something we give a shit about, let's go. Sasen. Sorry, what? Snap out of it, man. Oh, they already left? Wait. Saw them at the shop there. Snap out of it. What's the schedule tomorrow? Oh, sorry. We're meeting Suzuya Squad, so let's leave at 7:30 a.m. He's been acting weird since we left that cafe. Wonder what's up. I don't know. Hey, Uri, where'd you go today? Main office. Our next case is the Nutcracker? Ugh. That was quick. How did you find out so fast? Suzuya Squad must be handling it. That could be a problem. Shirazu, Uri. Hey, Tora. Sayako's here. Let's see who this is. After enough devotion points, time to mate with the Ice Prince. Bear me a strong child. Oh, just playing games all the time. It's getting closer, 2. No, 3. Doom. Sayako, we know you're in there. Come on out. Sayako, open the door, you shut-in. She's not responding. Shirazu, I can totally hear her breathing. I'm a shellfish. I'm a mussel. Sayako, we know you're in there. You give us no choice. Slam. Oh, man, they took the Kagune. They broke the door down. Kagunes, you guys are... Quinexes, you are too. So, why aren't you working the case with us, huh? Well... Rank 3 investigator. Hiding how much she weighs. That's with the finger point. I like that. That's cool. I like that technique. Like, that's just good artistry. That's like a good, like, kind of nod. You know what I mean? Fourth wall break and stuff. I like that. Uri was like, each of us individually work cases in order to hone our sasa skills. That's what he said. Uri, it's your fault then. I didn't tell her to slack off. Also, I'm the squad leader, huh? Shut up, forget about me. My policy from now on, you're going to get off your ass and close cases as a QS. Don't be all raking it in. But the commission has plans to relieve you of your duties. Are you serious? They're going to fire Sayako? Yeah, I'm lying. Investigator Sasaki will probably keep to himself until it's official, but your worry-free life is financed by commission funds. Your salary is too, of course, and that's not cheap. Waste gets eliminated. That's how the world works. For once, this dude is actually doing something for sense, getting this lazy, introverted fucking bitch off her fat ass and out into the world. Work for your salary, bitch. Work! I mean, like, literally, like, there are so many people that don't work properly. It bugs the shit out of me. Like, so many people don't actually work. They're like, just like, they're lazy, they're tired, they're entitled. And I'm just sick of that. I'm sick of that 2021 I'm sick of Generation Z. I'm sick of Generation fucking the Millennials, which I still say is separate from Generation Y. But, you know, like, yeah. This fucking level of entitlement and laziness. Get her off her ass and working. It's been 10 chapters. Work. Once you're out, you won't receive any support from the CCG. You'll have to go back to your mother's bar. It'll be awfully tough to blend into society with our bodies. You wouldn't actually like that, would you? Indeed not. We're screwed if we leave the CCG. Back to my mother's. We get assistance from the CCG in return for undergoing the Quinex procedure. That won't stop just because we leave the commission. So, nobody read the information. Nobody read the doctorate, and he's just believing everything he's saying. He's such a manipulator, but at least it's going to get this new character off her ass. While handle the difficult cases, you need to devote yourself to the squad before they make it official. I need her to be motivated for once. I didn't use Yonbashiba before because her inability to manage her time would have wreaked havoc on us. Seiko Yonabashiat, I don't know how to say it, is a cog that doesn't fit. With her in the fold, Shirazu's squad will go off track in no time. Oh, so he's doing this for the worst reasons. And when it does, he wanted to... Okay, I'll work. Okay, so Sayako's going to work. We'll be leaving at 7:30 tomorrow morning. We got a meeting with the Suzuya squad. Yes, sir. What are you? Thanks for talking her into it. You annoy me a lot, but that was impressive. I agree, that was impressive. Why couldn't you do that when you were a squad leader? I did some self-reflection. Or there's just being a better way. From now on, I'm here for the squad. I'm counting on you too. And it's just saying all that. Anyways. Next day, should be leaving. That little what happened to Sayako from last night? 7:45. She's not there. We should go. We'll be late. What do you want to do? Squad leader. So I was saying, go on ahead. I'm going to go wake her ass up. But when Sayako's sleeping in, nothing wakes her up. Everybody wakes up. Hey, Shirazu. Okay, let's go. Do you think he can wake her up? She didn't wake up when I banged on pots. Instructor Sasaki? Yeah? Nothing. Sorry we're late. Investigator Sasaki. Oh, Abara. Juzo. Yeah, Juzo's, man. Oh, God. It's got the 13 and everything, so it's Juzo. Jesus Christ. Do I really got to see Juzo again? Like, out of all people, we just got to see Yomo and Toka, and then they took that fucking shit away from me by, like, now I got to see Juzo again. Is this guy fucking blind or something? Where's Juzo? He overslept. We'll start without him. The connection between the Nutcracker and the Madames and the ongoing gourmet club is concerning. Police have said that woman. Oh, thanks. 3 coffees, please. She's so cute. I thought you were into women like Investigator Akira. She's like the Virgin Mary of the CCG. Right, Instructor Sasaki? He's looking very thoughtful. Yomo sits down, slams himself in front of him, staring right at him. Oh, we ordered 3 coffees. And just walked away. What's up with that old man? What are you doing? You'll scare off the customers. Shirazu, he's not an old man. Here you go. It smells great. Okay, now at least we're finally getting... This is the scene I wanted to see. So he's off in the distance, of course, because it's Kaneki. Smells great. Wow, it's delicious. We did hit the jackpot. You really do have a Kagune nose. Ain't that right, Sasan? Yeah, it's good. It's crime. It's really good. Don't exaggerate. This is weird. I don't know why I'm... Oh, thank you. It's good, really. She smiled a troubled smile, a little sad. I thought, what a beautiful girl. Thank you. Like... I'm starting to feel like Tokyo Ghoul Re is literally like, let's redo it. Like Re is standing for the idea of, okay, so now we have Kaneki. Like, it's sort of an excuse to just, like, bring more story. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like this. I don't like the idea that all of a sudden he lost all his memories. They all know who he is, and nobody's trying to steal him back and force him or anything like that. It, like, all this shit is just basically plot device over plot device, and I think Tokyo Ghoul should have, so far, this is only 10 chapters in, I think Tokyo Ghoul should have ended where it ended. I think they should have spent 7 more chapters, dealt with their shit, and, like, I don't think chapter 143 should have been the ending. That was a horrible ending. But they should have spent another 7, 10, make 160 chapters out of it, and finish the story. Because right now, this is just like, let's just see how much we can milk this cow right now, feeling to me. Because like, and they're playing on the chords of the, I guess it's not really nostalgia yet, but they're playing on the chords that like, oh, there's Toka again, yay, and I'm so happy. But why am I so happy to see Toka? Because you've made it clear that we're not going to see Toka very much. You know what I mean? That's not nice writing. That's being rude to your readers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I something about this is completely rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know about you guys. So far to me, it feels like this is a tacked on plot that was thought of afterwards. And it's just like, let's follow, the second generation of Ghoul investigators. Let's just make callbacks to Tokyo Ghoul. Like, it's not feeling genuine to me. It's just not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. Let's go chapter 11, and then we'll be done. That's the overview of the Nutcracker case. By the way, I thought it was a quad. I'm sorry. The other two are. I wonder if we're going to wake up. Seiko couldn't be helped. Squad leader isn't here yet. True. Juzo's now got black hair. Fantastic. 22 looks younger than when he was. Sorry I'm late. This is Special Gator Investor Suzuya. Juzo is here. Hey, Juzo. Hey, Hayase! And looks... Did he just grab it? Listen, I know Juzo literally doesn't have dick and balls anymore, but is he literally just grabbed him by the... Did he literally just... Like... I don't have my own, so I just want to fondle. Is that what he's doing? Like... What the fuck? What are they... When they worked a case together... It can't be that. What's he actually doing? Is he digging in his pocket? What's he doing? When they worked a case together, Investigator Sasaki always kept snacks for Investigator Suzuya in his pocket. Okay. That's the highest I know. Sir, the meeting has concluded. Then give me the short version. But before you do, I'm sorry we're late. Oh, try to... Shizaru? You brought Sayako? We must return to Vendela at once. Oh, this character's gonna annoy the fuck out of me too. I met them in front of the elevator. Give me the rundown once they're seated, please. Certainly. Sorry, Sasan, we're so late. She's super heavy. It's alright. Thanks for bringing her here. Okay, so Gurk. So, alright, let's... Well then, if I may make the main points. The Nutcracker is a ghoul with a very unusual feeding habit. She mainly consumes men's testicles. Juzo's not worried. She's also been known to not feed in certain cases. In these instances, we suspect the Nutcracker is a server as a supplier of humans. Oh, that looks... Those teeth, the little... Supplier of humans, you can call it a human trafficker. The Nutcracker, a rate A ghoul. Assistant Special Investigator Washout of Countermeasure 2 believes that the Nutcracker is obtaining humans at the request of one of the madames. We have her physical description and the place of residence. We haven't detained her yet in order to uncover a larger evil. Well, it's no good. My ears aren't up to par today. And when she's with an obvious shady looking dude, too. Psycho, how about you? Popping sounds. Heated oil, heated at high temperature, snapping and crackling, the smell of cooking meat. That's the sounds of the burgers grilling in the kitchen. The hell, Psycho, huh? Come on, Shirazu. She's not used to investigative work yet. Maybe the threat worked. Yonobu should participate a lot more proactively in the investigation. But still, she still won't wake up before noon. Has to wake her ass up every morning. More like noon. This isn't interesting to me. Let's go. Let's see. I can almost hear them too. Oh, knocked over the glass of water. Crash, bang, boom. Everybody heard it. And stare. I'm just a customer who knocked over a glass. Act natural. That's what Sasan always says. She moves up. She walks by. She looks. She sees. And she pours. I'm sorry, Investigator Suzuya. The nut appears to be returning home earlier than we expected. She may have caught on to us. I'm sorry it was my fault. Yes, sir. Squad leader, it's alright. We'll make up for it next time. I'm not cut out for this. I have my hands full dragging Sayako out of bed every day. I almost blew our surveillance. All in all, maybe it'd be better if Uryu were the squad leader. You're doing a great job. Bringing Sayako with you? That's what a squad leader's supposed to do. I couldn't get Sayako to come. You should be proud of yourself. Thanks. Plus, Uryu's lying. Lying? About getting cut off if we cut the CCG. It says so in the consent form. That will be supported even if we leave the commission. What? Okay, here we go. That asshole. Oh, sorry guys. One sec. What's going on here? Funny. So yeah, that asshole. Sure, lying isn't good, but I think Sayako's a little more motivated now because Uryu shook her up. So I think we should keep it between us. You might be right. Man, how the hell do I motivate her? Hey, why does Sasan let her get away with that in the first place? He should give us some help. True. I wonder why he doesn't. What's this? A surgical consent form. I need you to sign it. Surgical? Frame release. My rising RC levels have stabilized, and I feel like I'm handling my Kagune better than before. I think I should take the next step in the experiment. Experiment? I accepted the role of your mentor from Bureau Chief Washua. I'm counting on your Sasaki. This plan hinges on you to help all of you use your powers properly. But had I been a part of the QS project from the planning stage, without hesitation I would have. None of you are guinea pigs. This isn't the right way to... Give me some time to think about it. Your QS abilities aren't everything. You still have a lot more room to grow. Alright, if you say so. To me, they are everything. Guinea pig, I'm returning this. So, how is Tsukiyama? It was shit. Do I even need to tell you? So this is the Tsukiyama family retainer. So it's not the gourmet. How is Tsukiyama? It was shit. What is this? Interesting. Interesting to say the least. Let's see. Let's see. So let's check the chat. Dragon said, but Griever the series would have been too long if it was jammed into part 1. No, I think right now the series could have ended in about 170 odd chapters. Like so far, none of this is relevant. None of this shit needed to happen to set up everything at the end. Like, this does not investigate the Awagiri tree. It's got nothing to do with the clowns. It's got nothing to do with anything. This is just introducing things that happened 3 years later. Like, the climax is over. The series was done. This is a part 2 to something that didn't need to have a part 2 as far as I think. And what are you talking about? This would have been too long if it was jammed into part 1. It's still 170 plus 140 chapters. It's only 300 odd chapters. One Piece, Bleach, Toriko, Fairy Tail, fucking... Seven Deadly Sins, I can keep going. Everything's over 300 chapters. Good series that run a long time are 300 plus chapters. Naruto sucked, but still, you know? Like, My Hero Academia is 300 chapters. Black Clover's 300 chapters. Fucking everything. Dr. Stone's over 200 chapters. Everything's gonna hit that milestone. When it's a good story and when it's popular, you just keep going. You don't split it up like this. And I think they made a mistake splitting it up because now we're into this arc that I just don't give a shit about. If this was an arc in Tokyo Ghoul, it'd be the worst part. That's all I'm saying. 88 said, more fun facts. In the scripts of one of the games, a character saw Toka crying after Hyacea left. See, that we should have seen. Thank you for the fun facts, 88. I don't discourage you from giving me these facts because I think that they are adding like good context. But that's making me dislike Reed more and more as a result because we should have seen that. We should have seen that panel in this chapter. We didn't. Skin said, what are your thoughts on Toka's new design? I like it. Skin said, Ri is supposed to be a continuation, though. It's meant to continue the story. What I'm saying is that the story needed a finishing. It never finished. The story didn't finish, and now this is a continuation of something that's like, we don't really care. It's like, no. Like, splitting it up was, like, the way it's structured is just all wrong. The way it's structured is just all wrong. All wrong in too many ways. Like a continuation, so Bleach was 700 chapters. Naruto was 700 chapters. One Piece is over 1,000 chapters. Like, do you want that split up every 150 chapters? And then just completely ignoring, and that's like, all right, we're not following. You imagine if they had done that. Imagine if Oda had said, fuck it, 150 chapters, okay. Now we're going to jump away, and we're going to not follow the Straw Hats. We're going to follow another pirate crew, and then we'll meet up with the Straw Hats eventually for another 200 chapters. Then we'll do it again, and again, and again. What a stupid story structure that would be. I just don't agree with the story structure. I think this is a dumb idea. I think this sounds like a cancelized series that now has a fan fiction area, you know? Let's see. I mean, you can continue the story, but why split it up into another series? Why not just make chapter 144? Why am I reading a new series? Doesn't make sense. That's my point. 88 said, the thing with retelling the story was always a constant in Tokyo Ghoul. Even in OG, there were several parallelisms, but they will be more obvious here. Maybe so. Dragon Drake said, you mean Sasuke Griever. If that helps you, coping with it, I'll allow it. Dragon said, Griever, patience, my friend. Patience. Skin said, yeah, Griever, stop calling Sasuke Kaneki. They are two separate characters. No, they're not. Skin said, I mean, does he have balls, though? I don't know, does he? Skin said, Naruto didn't suck, though. Just the last arc was trash. Naruto did suck. Skin said, it's not finishing because it's continuing. Yeah, but it's split up wrong. Like, you know, this is dumb. It's not because this isn't because Tokyo Ghoul didn't end. Tokyo Ghoul, that was not an ending. You know, Gundam Seed had an ending. Dragon Ball had an ending. Making like Naruto had an ending, regardless of how bad Boruto is. But Dragon Ball Z is a continuation series. Gundam Seed Destiny is a continuation series. Boruto is a continuation series. But you're continuing the same story. If that was the intention, why not just start chapter 144? Why end it? It does make sense from a storytelling perspective because the story wasn't over. The story was not over. We still don't really know what happened to Kaneki. We don't know what happened with the Awagiri tree. Nothing was solved. Nothing changed. We found out that Ito is fucking the fucking daughter of fucking Yoshimura the whole time. Toka's not happy. Nobody's happy. It's a terrible situation. You know? Like, I don't know. To me, it feels like we watched two parts of a trilogy and then they said fucking, yeah, no, it's just a two-parter. That's it. It's like, okay. It feels like a canceled television show, and now this is the revived version to me. In a bad way. I don't know. Skin said, but you're only 12 chapters in, though. I know, but I'm just saying that so far, I'm not happy with it. I'm not impressed. That's all. Got to give you my opinions, guys. You don't have to like it. Just the way I feel. 88 said, I sent one of those parallelisms on the server. Thank you very much, 88. Dragon said, Griever, how would you have ended part 1? Please tell me. I don't know, actually. I wouldn't have ended it. Here's how I would have ended it. You want to know how I would end it? Okay, first off. There's over 150 chapters Tokyo Ghoul Re, right? Not necessary. What we needed to do was actually finish off the arc of Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul reached a climax, and it feels like they didn't know how to end it. So then they go, Shit, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Ended on a cliffhanger. Main characters died. Shock everybody. Juzo actually becomes a human fucking being. Shinohara dies. Amon dies. The owl is finally revealed. Awagiri tree is still active, getting away with everything. Kaneki is dead, alive, who knows? Fucking all this shit, right? Left us with a million questions. Instead of doing that bullshit, why not actually end the series? Why not have the defeat of the Awagiri tree once and for all? Why not have the defeat of the CCG? Why not have the 20th Ward finally come back home? Why not, even if it's an unhappy ending, I'm not asking for the Sunshine and Rainbow's happy ending, but what I'm saying is that everything was unfinished, and then at the end of chapter 143, the clowns, Uta has been a bad guy the entire time. All this shit, and it's just like, okay, all this crazy shit going down. Where's chapter 144? Then they do this shit. Then they go, hey, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do Dragon Ball Z. It's like, well, had you cut off the last half of an arc of Dragon Ball and then jumped into Dragon Ball Z, trust me, people would have been mad. Because we would have been like, well, what happened with King Piccolo? What happened with the World Martial Arts Tournament? What happened? Would you want to know? I think I would want to know. Even as bad as the last arc of Naruto was, imagine cutting off Naruto halfway through the Shinobi War when Madara was killing everybody, and then jumping into Boruto. That's what this feels like to me. It feels like, well, wait a minute now. What happened? What happened? And now they're trying to tell me that nothing went down in 3 years. I'm like, even if that's the case, why not build that up appropriately and properly? Giving me an amnesia Kaneki in a second series doesn't really wet my whistle very well. That's all I'm saying. The structure itself is better. I'll put it to you this way. If this is all one series, let's say you combined it all. There is no read, there is no fucking, part 1, part 2. Let's say you combine them both, right? Combine them both. 300 chapters of Tokyo Ghoul, the series. This is a bad arc. That's what I'm saying. Like One Piece. One Piece has bad arcs. It's a fantastic manga. It has bad arcs. It has slow points. This would be considered the slow point of Tokyo Ghoul. Halfway through, and a lot of people would complain, after the time skip, I didn't really like it. If you want to look at this as being the time skip of Tokyo Ghoul, people would complain Tokyo Ghoul was great, and then after the time skip, it got a little slow. That first arc, not so great. Death Note, after the death of L, no, you know what? I didn't like the last 17 episodes. Not that great, you know what I mean? I say that all the time. The near shit sucked in Death Note. I didn't like it that much, but Death Note's still an excellent series. I just personally didn't like it, but I would say that the high points, like Bleach, the Fullbring arc, worst arc in Bleach. It was 500 chapters into the series. It sucked at the time. Now it's better now upon a reread, but still not that great. On a week-to-week, it was god-awful. Whole Cake Island was not good on a week-to-week basis. So I'm just saying that, realistically, why is this a second series? I don't get it. Why is there 2 Tokyo Ghouls? Doesn't make sense. And all it's done is, basically make me think, there's... So Tokyo Ghoul didn't have an ending. I don't know. It feels like it was a 3-hour movie, and then they just cut it in the middle. Doesn't make sense to me. Skin said, okay, it's not, but things are always going to get worse before they get better. Okay, it's not that bad to that level, Griever. 88 says, I kind of get it, but you couldn't have one side winning. CCG wins, Tokyo, Yoshimura, and basically every Ghoul has a bad fate. Awagiri wins, Ghoul takes Tokyo over. Well, then I'm assuming that Tokyo Ghoul Re is going to give me an appropriate answer. Right? So why not make Tokyo Ghoul 200 chapters? Rather than 143, you have another 60 chapters to condense this bullshit, get rid of the fucking Kaneki is fucking amnesia thing with all these new characters, get rid of the asshole Uri and all this fucking Quinn X shit, and you just fucking, and then you just continue the story. The battle against Awagiri was lost at the end, and then we continue the fight. Because I'm assuming that the ending of Tokyo Ghoul Re is going to make either a bad ending or... once again, it might not be a happy ending. And I'm not asking for a happy ending. Not every story needs a happy ending. But regardless, if the ending of Tokyo Ghoul Re does solve this problem, then I will argue that you couldn't have done that in another 40 chapters following Tokyo Ghoul and ended the series. It just seems, it seems forced. Like, oh, we want to follow a new generation of Tokyo Ghoul. It's like, you know what I mean? It feels like a region jump from fucking Pokemon or some shit. It's like, but it's all still Pokemon at the end. But it's like, we're following Ash in the Kanto region. Now we're following Ash in the Orange Islands. Now we're following him in Johto. Now it's Hoenn. Now it's this. And in Pokemon, that structure worked fine. But in the anime, how many Pokemon fans complain that it's like, oh, leave all your Pokemon behind and start fresh every single time because you're in a new place. For a kid's cartoon, it works. But this ain't a fucking kid's cartoon. It's like, why did we hit reset at the end of Tokyo Ghoul? I don't get it. This was the reset button. Like we hit New Game Plus. Or alternate story mode. Or like I entered the Marvel What If series, That's what it feels like a little bit. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Apparently not, but apparently you guys don't feel the same way I do, and that's fine. It's just my opinion. But I just realistically, this is taking Tokyo Ghoul down, not up. '88 said the OG basically had everyone we cared about having a bad end. But it was, yeah, exactly. '88 said especially Kaneki, which is fine if they actually concluded that. If they had concluded, Kaneki died, nothing happened, the world was over, Judgment Day, done. I would have been like, well, that's a horrible ending, like horrible as in horrifying ending, like it's a sad ending and it's a no light at the end of that tunnel ending, but at least it would have been an ending. Skin said Tokyo Ghoul is a tragedy. Right, so they could have ended it on a tragic note. I'm not asking for a happy ending. I was asking for an ending. Tokyo Ghoul didn't end, and now it feels like we're into the what if scenario. And I'm not buying it. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. Dragon Street said, and then I'm supposed to go all gaga the moment I see a familiar face. Which I do, but it's unearned. It's a cheap ploy. It's like a jump scare in a horror movie. A good horror movie does not use jump scares because they don't need to, because the fucking movie's horrifying. The villain is horrifying. The things, the system, the tension, the soundtrack, the cinematography. That's what makes a movie horrifying. Jump scares are cheap thrills. And right now, Tokyo Ghoul Re is basically giving me those jump scares. They're giving me the jump scares of, here's Yomo, here's Toka, here's Hanami, here's the gourmet. We know you don't give a fuck about anything that happened in the last 12 chapters, but we know you care about these people. Here you go. Like a movie trailer, like the new Spider-Man trailer, jumping in with the Green Goblin bomb and having, what's his name, Alfonso, I think it's Alfonso, reprising Dr. Octopus. Nobody really gave a shit about the rest of that trailer. That's the moment everybody's talking about. The pumpkin bomb and Doc Ock. That's what people are talking about. As a trailer, as a marketing ploy, it works out fantastic because in the movie, they're going to expand upon it. But here, they're using it as though this is a fucking trailer. Like, you see the marketing ploy I'm talking about here? Like, I don't know. It's making perfect sense to me. Dragon just said, I was just about to say that. Yeah, it's a tragedy. It could end on a horrific note. Everybody dies. Nuclear war. Judgment Day. The Terminators won. Skynet took over. I don't care how it ended, but it needed an ending. It doesn't have an ending, and this part 2 feels cheap. Dragon's fan, the author needs a break, man. But he didn't take a break. Tokyo Ghoul Re started up like a month later. He didn't take a break. Like, that's what was told to me. Let me look it up. Tokyo Ghoul. was released from to 2014. Okay. And then Tokyo Ghoul Jack apparently was happening. Tokyo Ghoul restarted October 16th of 2014. It literally started less than a month later. He took 3 weeks off and started a brand new series. I'm not saying the man doesn't deserve a break, or whoever wrote it, woman or man, but I'm saying that, like, why did it need a series? You take 3 weeks. Oda took, Seven Deadly Sins took a month off when they were sick. Kubo took some time off. Fucking Oda took time off. You're telling me that he couldn't have taken 3 weeks off and said, I'll be back with chapter... Gege took a month off just now. Gege took a month off for Jujutsu Kaisen. It was 5 weeks with no JJ Cake chapters. Like, this feels more planned to me. I'm just saying, and it was planned poorly. I'm not saying that the author doesn't need a break. I'm saying that the fucking... the idea that he needed to... Oh my god, the moment I stop drawing on a weekly basis, I better fucking throw out, you know... a whole new, like, I better just end the series on a cliffhanger and fucking let's try Degrassi the Next Generation. And Skin said, for real? I mean, I still respect your opinion though. Well, thank you. And I respect your guys' too. I might be wrong about this. This is all opinion based. I just think from a narrative perspective, from a storytelling perspective, and from the fact that we didn't give a fuck about the world and introducing more characters. We cared about the plot lines that were left at the end of chapter 142 and 143. And now I'm gotta drudge through the trenches of 40 chapters to get, like, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for the clowns. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for what happened to the Awagiri tree. I'm on the edge of my seat. Where the fuck is everybody? You know? And we're not getting that. You know what I mean? Dragon just said, not every author is like Oda where they could pump out chapters as if they were robot powered by cocaine. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying that. But he literally did. He took 3 weeks off, man. 3 weeks off. September to October. At most a month. 4 weeks is all he took. The end of Tokyo Ghoul and the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul Re was 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Respect the opinion, though. I'm not saying that the man doesn't deserve a break. I'm saying he took a month off and decided, fuck, that's the last chapter. I'm going to start a new series with the exact same series. Why not just take a break and then open chapter 144 if you're going to take a break anyways? Just doesn't make sense. 88 said the thing was that it might not be that easy. Basically, without happening, everything could be worse, and this was planned out since volume 6. But, like... every long-running manga has a time skip. Just fucking have Marineford happen. That was the end of Tokyo Ghoul, Marineford. 2-year time skip. This is only 3. You just start Tokyo Ghoul chapter 144 saying 3 years later. Problem solved. Let's see. Skin said Alfred Milani? No, that's not who it is. That's not who it is. Is it really? Is that how you say his name? It didn't look right to me. Alfred Molani. Molani. Yeah, not Melani. Yeah, Alfred Molani. Yeah, that's right. 88 said, since you're talking about what if, it might be something very similar to that. Maybe, I don't know. 88 said, something that happened due to a bigger plot, but can't say too much. Well, so far, I think that this was unnecessary as a sequel. I don't think it needed a sequel. I think it needed a proper ending. But we'll see. Skin said, oh, thank God, Griever, you're pronouncing Gege name correctly now. Gege, Gigi, Juji, Gigi, whatever. Gege's name correctly now? I mean, listen, I'm trying to correct a bunch of it. Listen, none of you guys can spell correctly. Nobody uses U's in your sentences. So, I mean, you guys correct my pronunciation. I correct your spelling. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship between me and the chat here. Dragon's Rage said, this conversation was all a ploy to get Griever to fix his pronunciation. Ah! You think you were correcting my pronunciation, while I was the one actually correcting your spelling. Fascinating. 88 says, the thing with the author of Tokyo Ghoul is that he didn't want to take a break during OG. This was a bad idea because later on he developed a couple of illnesses due to this. Well, that's sad, but I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know? Like, if I write a story and it's shitty and I die doing it, like, yeah, it's sad that I died, but if my story sucks, then my story sucked, you know what I mean? And, I mean, that's an extreme. Tokyo Ghoul does not suck. And Re does not suck. It's just, like, then take the fucking break. He didn't want to take the break? Well, that's on him. He made a bad judgment call. And his work has now, I think, personally, suffered for his mistake. I can empathize and sympathize with what mangakas go through. I'm not a mangaka myself, but I can also recognize that, like, you know, the ending of Bleach wasn't very good. I know that. Fairy Tail. Last 100 chapters weren't very good. Naruto. Well, Naruto was never very good, but still. You know what I mean? Like, mangakas are overworked people. It happens. But even Oda, who takes the necessary amount of breaks, only releases 3 chapters a month, still writes some arcs that aren't that good. Especially on a week-to-week basis. Sometimes his chapters aren't that great. It happens. But I think it's I don't know. I just think that somebody should have looked more closely at this and just said, like, wait a minute. You want to do what? You want to end this series, none of the plot lines solved, and you want to take all your plot lines, all 7 of your plot lines, you want to end them all on a cliffhanger with no conclusion, then you want to come back in 3.5 weeks and start a brand new series and not focus on those plot lines, but still about those characters. That's what you want to do? Do you see how on paper that doesn't sound like a great idea? That's literally what he did. He said, I've got 7 plot lines here. Not going to solve any of them. Cliffhanger it. End the series. Come back in a month. Add a season 2. And not follow any of that and introduce a whole new cast. Like, it feels like we had this great plot line of a Law and Order series, and then boom, it's like, it's not SVU, it's fucking NCIS now. It's like, what the fuck? What happened? I don't know. I like, if you guys like it, you guys like it. I just personally, I'm like, so far, I'm not impressed. I'm not very impressed. I mean, maybe as the series goes on, maybe I'll be more in tune. Like, I started to like that fucking dude with the no eyebrows, fucking Shizuya. Yeah, whatever his name is. The new squad leader. I don't mind him. He's got a pretty good personality thus far. At first I didn't like him, felt one-dimensional. Now I get the character, and I always like that kind of tropey character, so he's cool. Hey, Uri. Uri is a plot device. Sorry, guys. Uri is a fucking bad plot device put in there. You know what Uri is? Uri is when the soap operas, you know what he reminds me of? When the soap operas have all the couples, they're all happy, nobody's got an evil twin, nobody's cheating on anybody with the secretary. Then all of a sudden they're like, well, we can't have a fucking soap opera fucking with no drama, so they throw in a random, the evil twin brother has been here the entire time, and somebody's locked away in the cellar in some foreign country. Or, it's not your child. The DNA was false. The DNA test was falsified. Like, they're adding a wrench because everybody's happy. Like, Uri is basically the wrench into here. He's basically the plot device, and it's annoying because it's so transparent that that's all he's here for. In any other plot, it would make no sense to include this guy. So far, disappointed with Tokyo Ghoul. That's how I'm going to put it. Disappointed thus far. Not going to drop the series, because once again, as was pointed out, I believe by both Skin88 and Dragon, because he's the other guys in here, but one of you, or all of you, have pointed out that I am only 11 chapters in. I'm only 11 chapters in. I'm judging it a little harshly, sure, because I didn't like the ending of Tokyo Ghoul. So, you know. But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll continue the series, and maybe my opinion will get better as we go. Have to wait and see. Dragon just said, Griever, I hate to tell you, but most likely none of us here watch soap operas. You spelled operas wrong. But... No. But what I'm saying is the classic tropes. Like, seriously. Here's the problem. Is that, like, you might not watch soap operas, but you've never heard the, oh my god, my evil twin brother storyline? Everybody's heard of that. Come on. That's been a staple of fiction forever. Ah, it was my evil twin the entire time. That's been used in every cartoon and everything. It all stems from telenovelas and soap operas. It's always the evil twin. So... the evil twin brother storyline. What I'm saying is that this Uryu storyline is so fucking he's not a character. He's a plot device to create random drama that I don't care about. He's there to make discord happen. He's there to make a drama happen. And it's just drama and shit that I don't care about. You take a room full of happy people and then you throw a bomb in the middle of it and you wonder why it's not a happy room anymore. Like, it's so transparently bad writing or lazy writing that I'm not that interested. Especially since the clowns, that's like the best storyline that was foreshadowed the entire Tokyo Ghoul. And not that we're going to drop it, I'm assuming they're going to be brought up, but you're really going to give me 10 chapters after revealing that Uta's been a bad guy the entire time? You're now going to send me 10 chapters with 3 characters I give 0 fucks about? Like, if this was combined, assume it's combined, this is a terrible start to an arc. Terrible. And then playing off a couple of cameos of Toka, Yoma, and Hanami just to whet the appetite. And that's it. Feels like a love letter to Tokyo Ghoul written by a fan fiction author right now. But anyways, it's been over 3 hours, and I don't want to rant or bash on the series or anything any longer, because it's unfair. I'm just giving you my initial impression. After reading Tokyo Ghoul and finding it a solid 8 out of 10, this is disappointing to say the least. But it's only 11 chapters. There's over 150 plus chapters to go. I think the series got 170 something. So there's tons more to read. Maybe it gets better, maybe it gets worse. But so I'm gonna, once again, I'm just giving you on a chapter by chapter basis how I'm feeling about the series. But my opinion overall may change the more I read it, right? So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry if my opinion is not all it's cracked up to be, but I gotta call a spade, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, is what it is. So far, but. Alright, nonetheless, come back here next Friday. Next Friday we'll be doing Reaction Part 2, starting at Chapter 12, and I'll be talking to Misk to find out what time or what chapter I should end on next. I was told Chapter 11 for this stream, so that's where we ended it, and now maybe it'll be 11 to, or 12 to, I don't know, 22, 24, I have no idea. I have to find out, but thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to Misk, Skin, 88, Nathaniel, Dragon's Rage, Skin, and I think that's everybody who commented. I might have missed somebody, and if I did, I apologize, but either way, see you everybody. Thanks for watching. Drink responsibly as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Alright, thanks for 6 likes. See you next time. Bye-bye.